一つたった一つのたった一人たった一人の私はここ
Reparations on the table, nigga, we ain't seen shit. Put us under pressure, nigga, we ain't even sweat. Came out shining like a diamond in the middle with some mess. On Martin Luther King, bitch, we coming for our check. Headed to the Capitol to stake my feelings in the mind of a radical. You can't ride with me. I'm my only witness when I handle my business. Pull it from the hip, say bye-bye, Billy. No more time for no coasting, I'm on the highway focused. I ain't even smoking, I'm just riding my emotion. Both eyes open, I'm just trying to keep calm. Put an extra set of eyes on them doing recon. Knee deep in snow, say you try and keep going. Told him get up out the cold before my nigga deform. Every old wound seem to getting retorn. I'ma write deep poems to a nigga reborn. I'ma make a statement before I make it out alive. No Channel 5, I would rather make a lie. Before the news try to make a nigga out alive. But the pain in my eyes on a much bigger prize. 501, both hands in the sky. Little do they know it's no plan to survive. I ain't finna give them no chance to decide. I'ma put they feet in both hands in the fire. Dancing in the fire like E-Shake. You gon' test the water, never get both feet wet. We done overexposed the city defense to the overexposure indecent. They don't know they diving in the deep end. Ain't no way that they surviving through the weekend. Everything blown in the flash like a beacon. Drowned in the flames, it's too late to let it sink in. Got 10 ways I can be vengeful. Sitting on 10 grenades, every last pinful. This guerrilla war, they don't know what they in for. I can hear them at the door trying to move in slow. I can hold them off, I got 3 shots. Taking every soul for at least 3 blocks. I can smell the fire burning through the sheetrock. Seeing bodies in the flame, nigga try and reach out. This is how you practice what you finna speak out. Thinking about the facts that they try to leave out. This is for my roots running through the deep south. Dying for a cause, what we finna beef out. If you ain't about the cause, what you finna beef out. Showing up deep, we gon' bring the streets out. Every man line up, showing what your street out. An independent state, what a nigga need now. Sending shots with this chop, that's a dick pic. I can't mix with your block, I'm a misfit. Slide on my feet for a mission. Finna light your street up like it's Christmas. In a Shark Tank, talking big shit. Even out my pond, I'm a big fish. In a Shark Tank, talking big shit. Even out my pond, I'm a big fish. My nigga never leave a mission unfinished. Record still spotless, little nigga unblemished. You can feel the tension change every time they mention me. That song game, run his name, it's still squeaky clinky history. Put him out his brains and his misery. Seriously, here he switching teams, wipe his memory. Instantly, on replay, I see it vividly. In the streets, they bumping your guns, now you looking weak. Got in his face for the fade and he couldn't speak, cooking he. Heard his own mama couldn't look at him. Left him on his knees, facing east like a Muslim. Destroy a nigga temple, break it down like Jerusalem. I'm finna have the streets on key and a padlock. And I got a lawyer like Madlock. I can never fold, I'm no laptop. You ain't never in the game, you a mascot. Sending shots with this chop, that's a dick pic. I can't mix with your block, I'm a misfit. Slide on my feet for a mission. Finna light up your street like it's Christmas. In a Shark Tank, talking big shit. Even out my pond, I'm a big fish. In a Shark Tank, talking big shit. Even out my pond, I'm a big fish. I swear to God, they ain't never seen this much sauce. Finna cut a rug like a bus off. Pray to God that my jam don't get cut off. I'ma do the dance in the trance, let me get off. I'm at the center of 2 ladies playing pickle. You can call me Malcolm, I'm the man in the middle. Catch me on stage pulling strings like a fiddle. Chevy chasing cheese like my name's Stuart Little. She like a rep, I push her brains in the pillow. Ask her if she rollin' and she hand me the Rilla. So I'm twisting up this raspberry drizzle. And every single puff like a bag full of Skittles. And you gon' think they pullin' chairs when I hit the flow. Right behind her pulling hair while she hit the dro. I got that 40 on my hip while she getting low. And I think she getting wet when she full of pole. Sending shots with this chop, that's a dick pic. I can't mix with your block, I'm a misfit. Slide on my feet for a mission. Finna light your street up like it's Christmas. In a Shark Tank, talking big shit. Even out my pond, I'm a big fish. In a shark tank, talking big shit. Even out my pond, I'm a big fish.
Peace, peace. Shout out to everybody in the mix. We got Judge Melvin in the building. Let me see. I think Domo should be right back. He might have lost connection or something. Um, but yeah, we definitely have a discussion coming between these two. Basically clearing the air with each other. Um, on I take it as y'all can see, it's been probably some smoke as y'all been able to kind of witness uh, in a few different streams, probably on a few different channels. But it's good to see that both of them is able to kind of come to an agreement and you know and make something happen. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna mute out. Let both of you brothers go ahead and get it in, and yeah.
All right. Yeah, appreciate it, Blue. What's going on, Domo?
What's good with it? Can y'all hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. I don't know
I
about
think
the
you loud and
audience, but
clear. I don't know about the audience, but
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what's cracking?
yeah, loud and clear. Yeah, loud and clear.
That. Yeah, so
Yeah, so
I had some feedback. I don't
I
know
have some
why.
feedback. I don't know. Hold on, somebody got the
Hold on,
YouTube going.
that
Somebody
might be
got the
me.
YouTube going.
Hold on, nah, that might be me. Go ahead.
All right, test, test, test. Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah. Um, so it's been a minute actually, not just since the last couple of videos, but it's actually been a minute where for some reason, um, people always have an issue with me. So I'm here to let's clear the smoke. Let's figure out what the issues is, why people are really mad at me. So um, I'm just gonna come straight out. Dama, what's your issue with me?
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. All right, my issue is real simple. I mean, and this is something that I've brought up before. I mean, I talked about it repeatedly even before niggas left the debate league, and that was just how niggas handled the finals, and then how niggas handle everything after the finals. It was like niggas kind of, you know what I mean, like season 3 had the opportunity to end on an epic note and set up the momentum for season 4 and everything else to go into season 4, but it ended in confusion. You know what I'm saying? And even after niggas started to see the confusion play out, niggas wanted to like point the finger, place blame, and like really do everything but kind of mend the little divide that was created between the judges and the debaters. You feel me? And I feel like we gave you that respect. Like we gave you that love. We gave you like even though some niggas like even though I had certain issues sometimes, other niggas had certain issues sometimes. It was like we was putting a lot of shit to the side to show y'all love as judges, especially the dedicated judges. You feel me? Shows like I'm talking about niggas is constantly, you know, make sure y'all respect the judges, make sure we like niggas is doing it like this, make sure niggas is doing it like that, be cool, right? Like, and so all that love that niggas showed to be like, all right, we developing camaraderie between not just the debaters, but just the respect for the judges. Niggas then spit in niggas' faces with the finals, and then all at the beginning of season 4, continue to spit in niggas' faces with this paternalistic approach to like how y'all understand what the like how what the judges should look like and everything else. It went from niggas supposedly supposed to be all working together as judges, debaters, and the talent and everything else to y'all need to do this, y'all need to do, and we wasn't there yet. And so instead of taking that criticism and niggas is and like listening to the debaters and being like, all right, well, like, all right, niggas is kind of, they ain't really feeling the way niggas is moving. So how can we come back to the center? Niggas kept going far. Niggas just kept going left. And then at the end of it, tried to turn it into, well, we was treated badly. Or you was treated badly. I ain't gonna speak for nobody else. I'm talking about you. You was treated badly. And then it's just like, nah, bro. Like, y'all niggas had just as much of a responsibility as the debaters when it came to maintaining relationships, maintaining how we view each other, keeping the peace, everything else. You feel me? And y'all fucked around and turned into a clique. Y'all turned into, okay, well, we protecting each other, like it wasn't supposed to be no divide like that. You know what I mean? And with you specifically, niggas showed you the most love as a judge, specifically. You know what I mean? So for then you to also get caught up in this in the judges versus the debaters shit, it's just, and not be that voice of reason, not be like that nigga to be like, all right, well, I mean, listen, the debaters is saying this, you know what I'm saying? Maybe let's bring this back to the table, you know, on y'all side, nigga, you going right along with it. And then when all the shit went down, you went right along with that way. So it's like, it ain't like it's an over, like I got an overarching, like, oh, I just got an issue with you. Like, nah, it just, how all that shit went down just made me see, like, put niggas in a particular, like, made me see niggas in a particular light. And it's like, when we look back and see why season 4 ended up the way that it did, I that's one thing that, like, as somebody who's paid a lot of attention to the league, looked at what worked, looked at what didn't, looked at it in a much more analytical lens than other niggas that's associated with the shit. You know what I mean? Like, the niggas that played a role in helping cause the chaos and everything else that caused season 4 to collapse. Like, I mean, it's not that I'm gonna not let niggas forget that, but I'm not gonna not point that out when we talk about everything that led to the end of season 4, and then how shit is how shit is moving after the fact.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
That's it. No, nothing else. You sure? Because you had a lot of choice words over, a lot of the time since I was still a judge in television debate league. So it's been a lot of things said. Sure, you don't have anything else? That's the only thing.
In terms of problem, yeah. I mean, like I said, I've said shit about certain things, like certain comments you've made about judging and that type of shit, like the whole like quote mining and all of that shit. Yeah, like, you got that shit. Y'all got that shit all the way wrong. But I got like, you having that wrong ain't a problem. Like, you just got it wrong. I mean, shit, when you got it wrong, every time like throughout the playoffs, it was always a part of your decision making, and you got it wrong each one of those times. And shit, I just let niggas get it wrong. Even when you voted against me, it was like, nigga, I let you get away with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then here it comes back up again, but it is what it is. I ate that. But that's just a part, like, when niggas start talking about, like, what the problem is, like, that was an annoyance. You not, like, you kind of piggybacking that language off of Kansu and running with it like that, that was an annoyance. The problem was how y'all handle everything at the end of the season. And how y'all handle shit at the beginning of the season 4. That was the problem. Now, if you, let's be honest, if you want to push back on this, on this quote mining thing, bro, you got a real problem on your hands. And really, instead of really being, arrogant about it, it's best that you kind of just look it up and kind of understand where you fucked up with that, instead of, pushing buttons about trying to, like, whatever it is you're trying to do right now with the whole, is that all? Is that everything? Like, you know what I said. You've heard what I said. But when we talk about problem, the issue, and where you were a problem, it only pertains to the league and the impact that you had on the league.
Gotcha. Um, so I wrote down everything you said, and I'm gonna pretty much attack everything in order. Um, so in order for people to understand this whole judging situation, you have to understand the full story in context. Um, so let's talk. Season 3 championship. Anonymous Hebrew versus Taz Exclusives. Um, they had a debate topic, pretty good debate topic, actually pretty good debate, performance wise. Um, my judgment was strictly based off of looking at how both debaters performed and then being able to choose a winner. Prior to the debate, uh, before the live button was hit, both debaters were actually extremely cordial with each other, very friendly. Um, and I mentioned it to the commissioner. Do you think that this could be a problem in the debates? He said, "Nah, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't think anything into it." So I said, "Okay, cool," but I'm keeping my eyes on it. Um, so we go to round by round, and in the intermission between each round, both debaters are shouting at each other, bigging up one another. It's a little bit more too cordial in an arena where it's about an intellectual battle. Um, so that was a problem because come in the rapid fire round where they both have performed exceptionally or very similarly in the opening premise and rebuttal. In the rapid fire round, as a judge, I'm looking for separation. I'm likely not going to get any separation in the closing. And if it's tied up to that point, I want to know how am I going to be able to choose my winner with the rapid fire round. And what I'm looking for is either you asking the right questions to show that you are more familiar with the subject matter than your opponent is, or to show flaws in their logic. Neither was done in that debate. It was a lot of good questions asked, but there was not enough pressing. There's not enough pressure, and therefore, uh, I could not give a clear decision to either debater. And I said in my last words is that the debate was very close, but I felt like both of them held back in that
Bro,
particular round.
this explanation, but this
I want to
explanation,
speak without
this,
interrupting. 'Cause I didn't interrupt you when
this
you spoke.
but hold on, time
Can I
out.
at least get that respect?
Yeah, hold on. Cause like what we doing here? Like, are you here to talk to the
Did
audience?
I? But then
Or are you trying to
I'm
converse with me?
talking to
Cause
you,
I know,
Domo.
I know what happened.
I'm talking to you though.
Like
Can I talk to
right,
you though? Can I talk?
I, man,
Because
listen, like,
when you
yeah,
talk
you
to
can
me,
talk.
I've
But hold
heard
on,
everything you
hear me
said to
out though.
me.
Hear me out though, bro. Hear me
But
out.
I'm not
It's like
finished.
I know what happened.
So,
Like,
but can I
figure
talk?
out what do
Why can't I finish
go
what I
ahead,
have to
man.
say? Like,
Cause I'm go ahead, bro. Just what I'm saying, like let's get to the point though. Like,
out of respect for just me allowing you to let you say whatever it is you have to say, I took notes, and I just want to get off what I have to say in order to respond to everything. And I'm doing this for a reason, so I don't ever have to bring it up again. So, um, in my judgment,
hold on,
in my judgment,
hold on.
hold up on what?
What is the purpose? Let me ask you this though. What's the purpose of this conversation?
The purpose of this conversation is to address why you had issues with me, and I'm currently in the process of addressing them. If you allow me to finish, can I at least get that respect?
Let's get to the point, bro.
Now, I'm
Like,
getting to the point. If you stop interrupting, like,
like, go ahead, man.
all right, appreciate it. So, uh, in my judgment, I made it clear the reason why I could not give a guaranteed winner is simply because neither party had a degree of separation in the debate, and in their Q&A round, I felt like both parties were holding back. So I guaranteed that particular debate a tie. It was the most honest way to approach that decision that I could make. I'm not responsible for the other judges. I'm not even going to go down that path. So that's my decision on why season three ended the way it ended. So,
this is my point though. I know, like, you've had this conversation about a tie before. What I'm telling you is, you're not talking to a novice. There was a lot of ways that debate could have been decided, specifically in the rapid fire. Specifically in the rapid fire. Like, you wasn't the only person that was paying close attention to that debate. You wasn't the only person that viewed that debate with the lens of a judge. And there, and specifically, even if you felt like it was close in certain places in the rapid in the rebuttal
premise.
in the premise, bro, in the rapid fire, there was clear places where anonymous was pulling ahead. Clear. And the point of the finals is to, like, the playoffs period, is to decide a winner. This is where I say this is where y'all niggas created a divide between the debaters and the judges, and y'all took a paternalistic stance on what this shit should look like. Because when the nigga, what's his name, uh the reggae nigga, the Jamaican nigga, Garfield, when that nigga judged blue debate and said it was a tie, niggas was in a uproar. We all the debaters, even Taz, everybody was like, that's not cool. We in the finals, and the excuse for him was he ain't know. He ain't know. So it's like, all right, Garfield, he just came. Solar just brought a nigga over here. You feel me? He ain't know. You know what I mean? But to look at me and say that debate was so close that you couldn't decide a winner, bro, as somebody who fucks with this activity, that's bullshit. And really, instead of, like, this is the problem right here. You explaining what you just explained. What was the purpose of that for this conversation?
Well, for one, I was not done. For two, it was addressing your concerns for season three, and by letting it be known my role in season three, and I accept my role in the way season three's outcome came to be, that the issue that you have for me concerning season three should be understood. Again, the purpose of the show is to clear the smoke. Am I right? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm saying I'm trying to clear the smoke on the whole statement from season three and the judges that you made earlier. And so that's the purpose of the show, to clear the smoke. But I wasn't finished. And again, I didn't interrupt you at all during your speech. So yeah, I would like to finish. Um, so after that particular situation, recently, I spoke to both debaters that participated in that debate, and it gave them the same exact explanation I just gave you and Blue's audience. And they both understood, and they both said that there was areas specifically in their round where they dropped the ball or didn't go as hard enough. And so they could understand how, from my decision, and I'm only speaking about my decision, I'm only responsible for my decision. Whether my decision was incorrect to you, you are definitely, welcome to have your opinion. I'm not here to be picky about that. But for what my decision was and as it was made, they understood. And that's all I'm here to do is to make sure that I'm understood. So that's season three. Season
Why
four,
why do
heading into
why do
season.
I
Can
care?
I can
Hold
I
on, hold
can I
on. Why
please
do I care
finish?
about?
Can I please
Why do I?
finish? I care.
Why
But
do I
can
care
I finish?
about?
Can I finish?
Why are you bringing up two other niggas in the
Can
conversation?
I finish? Can we be adults for once?
I'm asking you a question.
Like I'm being,
Why are
I
you?
came here with the full intent of being
And,
respectful,
and
respectful to
I didn't
you,
bro, and I didn't come here with
respectful
the intent
to
to listen to
Blue's
monologues.
platform. I'm not here
I didn't come here
to
with
be
the
on
intent to
bullshit.
listen to monologues. I didn't come here with the. So if we're gonna have a conversation, let's have a conversation. I
All
have a
right.
question.
So let's have a conversation. Why are you holding me responsible for a judgment on season three, and I'm only one party out of the decision making? Why are you still bitter about that? Why are you upset about
Bro,
my why are you
listen, listen,
upset
listen.
about my
I'm not bitter
judgment, but
about
yet you
nothing.
are
You
not the
wanted
judge?
this conversation. I'm not
I
bitter
want
about
the
nothing.
conversation.
Right, right, right. And you're gone, right? I'm not bitter, bro.
You are bitter. You are bitter.
Yo, you're confused, my nigga. You think because I brought your name? Matter of fact, I didn't even bring you up specifically.
You did
I
bring
was
me up.
that
You
stream. That
brought you
stream.
brought
I
me
was
up.
specifically talking about
You
you.
brought me up, and you brought
This,
me up intentionally.
bro. Y'all nigga.
Y'all niggas, no, it's just me. It's just me. It's just me here.
Nah, bro. You just like the rest of it. You just like
I'm
the
I'm
rest.
like, sure, I'm like the rest of the niggas. Fine. I can
Yeah,
take that.
like,
So
it's like,
are
I'm
we
not.
gonna continue this conversation?
Yeah, listen. I'm not bitter about nothing, bro. Like
Okay, cool.
you don't put no money in my pocket. You don't take no food out my.
Fine. Fine. Let's
Like you was a part of some recreational shit that other niggas was a part of, and
fine.
what you contributed took away from it. That's
Fine.
all.
Cool. I can accept that. Moving on.
The fuck? Niggas
Moving
talk
on.
about being bitter and shit. Like
Moving on.
the fuck you
So
like, nah, bro. I didn't come
so
here to listen to no
so
monologues.
cool. Moving on. So the next thing was
This
quote
nigga
mining.
silly.
So the thing is with quote mining, and I want you to confirm, is quote
Mhm.
mining not quoting out of context?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure. Just want to make sure.
Right.
Because it's been
Right.
constantly said that I do not understand what the hell quote mining is, but I just clearly asked you to confirm, is quote mining quoting out of context? And if quote mining is quoting out of context, then when one states one has quote mined, then it is saying that they're quoting out of context. Now, whether you choose to believe that or not, that's completely up to you. And
Bro,
here and
you
here's the hit
listen.
and here's
If
and
I
here
was quote
I'm not
mining,
done. I'm not
I
done.
should not have
I'm
won
not
any of
done.
the
I'm
debates with
not
South
done, Domo.
the
I'm
fuck
not done.
bro.
And here's another
I was
tip.
quote
Here's
mining.
another tip.
If I was quote mining, I wouldn't have won those
Every
debates.
single time I told you you were quote
This is why
mining,
you trashing what you
every single time I told you
niggas is
you were
going, bro.
quote
You're another
mining,
nigga wanting my
you're not
attention.
even you gonna be childish and not let me finish. Like every single time I told you you were quote mining, nigga, I didn't even take off a point. I was
You
just making
should
it known.
have. You
I was just
should
making it
have.
known. I was just making it
You
known.
should have.
I was just
That's
making
what
it
makes you,
known.
bro. That's
I was
what
just
makes
making
you a
it
bad
known. I
judge.
never took off a point for quote mining. I never, never.
Bro,
Why? Why?
that's what makes you a bad
Why?
judge.
Why wouldn't I? Why didn't I take a point off for quote mining? Because it's not part of the rubric no more. Like I can be honest about that.
Okay, but this is the point though. Whether or not it's a part of the rubric,
There's no other point to be
quote
made.
mining me. Hold on, I'm evidence heavy, right? I'm evidence heavy. That
Okay.
means that my argument. Hold on. That means that my argument relies upon the evidence that I'm putting out. which
Right.
means that if any point I'm quote mining, my evidence isn't matching my argument. That means
Okay.
that the judge, it's your responsibility to say, yo, you're making an argument,
Yes.
it's not matching the evidence that you're presenting, which means your argument doesn't have evidence, which means your argument now falls apart because the thing that you're saying is backing it up isn't really backing it up. You lose. It ain't a
You.
question of points, bro. Quote mining, if
But
you're
but
saying
but
that
but
my
can you
evidence isn't
can you
accurate,
lose? Can you lose on that one particular point and still perform exceptionally well the rest of the debate?
no.
Yes, you can. As long as it's a
No.
debate
Because
means you can. You
no,
can.
but see, that was y'all problem. Y'all
Yeah.
thought just because the
We have a
nigga
lot of
said
problems
performance,
apparently.
that
We have a
look,
lot of problems.
y'all thought just because the nigga said
Why,
performance,
why, why
that
don't you
it
start saying
literally meant
y'all and you address me,
because
Melvin?
you
I'm
just
here.
like the rest. Okay, you
Thank
think
you.
just like the rest of these niggas. You think just like the rest of these niggas, and made
Sure.
the assumption that when a nigga say performance, it's literally just saying get up there and sound good.
Sure.
No,
Okay.
part of performing well in a debate is making coherent, logical arguments. If
Correct.
I'm getting up here and being
That is an aspect.
and a part of that is also intellectual honesty. And so
Exactly.
if I'm getting up here and saying I'm reading this and I'm making this argument, and this argument isn't actually being backed up by what I'm reading, then I'm not performing well. I'm not making sense. I'm reading something that's not backing up my argument. That means I lose. I lose points because of that.
And you can still perform well in the rest of the debates. There's no excuse.
This why you're
There's
not
no
good at
excuse.
this.
I don't get it.
This why you're not good at
That's
this.
like you can lie. You can lie in a debate and still, as long as your argument is secure, you can win that debate.
But the thing about lying is it's about whether or not it's whether or not it's done in a way to where if it's not called out, it's not a lie.
Exactly. I agree. I agree.
But hold on. But you're saying, hey, you're reading one thing and it's not matching what the argument we're making.
It's
And the
yeah,
funny thing
correct.
about it is, if you go back and listen to those decisions, you never explained what was being quote mined. You never pointed out what argument
Because I wasn't penalizing you for it.
No, because you couldn't do it, nigga.
No, I could do it. I if I wanted to nitpick, I could. I could have took points off, but I didn't. No,
You literally said
no,
y'all
no,
10 ain't the same as anybody else's 10. You did nitpick. What are you
no.
talking about?
I didn't nitpick. Believe me. But
I
again,
wanted to get on the internet, man.
it's a
But y'all
problem.
need to go stop using me.
So the last point you brought up, because I wrote them all down. People keep bringing up Kansu when it comes into reference to me. What's their issue with Kansu? What's their issue with Kansu?
We said I'm talking about you. You said don't
Yeah,
talk
but you brought Kansu up while talking about me. So what's your issue with Kansu? No, nothing.
I talked to Kansu about that, nigga. What the fuck am I talking to you about that for?
Well, why am I always attached to shit that people say about Kansu? Because you brought me up, and then you brought him up too. So what's the reason?
Yes, man, bro. That's why.
I'm a yes man.
Pay attention. You was a yes man to Kansu.
I'm a yes man for Kansu, right?
Yes.
Like I'm not my own man.
You want to hang along, nigga? Like,
Okay, hang along. Bet. That's the only reason why you bring up Kansu?
in the context of you. In the context of you, yeah. When I bring up concept, when talking about you, yes, get from up under that man's thumb, bro. Act like you're on the man. Stop regurgitating shit you hear him say.
Okay. But I clearly defined for you what the fuck Cloak Mine was, but I didn't get that for him. You're welcome. So we addressed the judges. We addressed the fuck up of season 3. I don't think he has enough patience to hear season 4. We addressed quote miming, and he's skating over the Kansu topic. So anything else?
Yeah, he said the conversation was supposed to be me, but now he's giving y'all a recap. Why do y'all niggas do this, bro?
Because I can.
Why did you want to have this conversation?
Because I can.
No, I allowed you to have this conversation.
No. I showed the fuck up. I asked for you, and you showed the fuck up. That's what happens.
Yes.
You showed
I
up
didn't say no.
like you're supposed to.
Like I showed up like I'm supposed to.
You showed up.
Cause you asked.
What?
You
What?
put out the, you asked.
But you showed up.
So what?
That's all it needs to be said.
The question is,
I appreciate you for showing up.
why are y'all niggas asking to converse with me if y'all just want to get shit off y'all chest? Your own stream, bro.
I mean, did we not converse? I mean, I literally wrote down the problems that you had with me. I wrote them down. So we did we not converse about these problems?
That means anything? So what? We conversed
It's not. I'm not here.
I did prove my point, bro. Like,
but it's not about proving. I'm not here to prove your point. I'm here to understand. I'm here to understand some things.
But
and now, but I do now because you just told me. I do because you just told me.
Shit, I ain't said nothing that I haven't said on streams previously.
But you made it clear. You made it clear that you have no other issues with me except
I get it.
season 3, season 4, quote mining, and me being Kansu's parrot, basically. Right?
I brought up Kansu, nigga.
But you brought him up, nigga. That's the point.
No, when you asked me, think about it.
You brought him up when you went on your tangent on your issues about me, and I shut the fuck up for once. You brought him up. I did not ask you about him. You brought him up.
When you said name your problem with me, I brought up
exactly, and you brought another nigga up. You did that.
Nigga, oh, bro. Like,
did you not? I didn't say name your problems with me and some other niggas.
I ain't got nothing else to do. I can give y'all niggas some charity, bro. this shit is ridiculous. Like, what do you want to get out of this, bro?
I wanted to get out of why niggas is mad at me. Period.
I'm not mad at you.
You are.
I live my life not worried about
you. Are, but you talk about me, and apparently I'm on your mind.
I talked about you in one
stream. Yes, you do.
24 hours in a day. How long ago was that stream?
But niggas is bringing me up.
How long was that? How long ago was that?
But niggas is online bringing me up, and honestly, I wasn't even paying attention until other people tell me such and such is bringing you up. I'm not thinking about niggas, but niggas is thinking about me. So it's a problem.
How long ago was that stream?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because right after that stream, I talked to Blue, so it doesn't matter.
Oh my! This is like y'all niggas is. Why y'all doing this to fucking Blue, bro? Why
who's y'all? Who's y'all?
Asking Blue.
Here. Who's y'all?
We just express y'all.
Y'all, you just close shit.
I do not care.
You cared enough to bring my name up, though. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You cared enough.
Whatever makes you feel important, bro.
No, this ain't to make me feel important. I'm already important. This ain't to make me feel important. I'm already important.
All right. Whatever you
so
say.
Yeah, I'm glad I know now why niggas is mad, and yeah, that's cool. It's cool. I appreciate the knowledge. Learn something new every day.
This shit is pathetic, bro.
No, you're pathetic. You really are.
It's pathetic, bro.
You really are.
Look, I'm here. Go ahead. Go whatever tangent.
Yeah, you are here. You showed up.
I ain't doing this shit. I'm smoking. Like, go ahead, bro. Let's tell the people how you feel, my nigga. This is more for you than it is for
me.
I
don't give two shits about the people.
I'm cool with giving you niggas.
I don't give two shits about the people. This is about me having a conversation with you. I didn't. This ain't a publicity stunt. I don't give two shits.
Nah, bro. If you don't give two shits, okay, you don't give two shits. You don't give two shits. Whatever it is, bro. Whatever it is. However it worked out for you, man.
It did work out. You showed up.
Right. I showed up. Whatever that means.
You're here. All it was needed is your participation. You showed up.
Oh, bro. Like, y'all niggas would really be bored.
Y'all niggas.
Y'all niggas would really be bored, bro.
It's y'all niggas, but you're not direct.
You
Just be
was
honest.
included y'all niggas, nigga.
But who is the y'all niggas that I'm including with?
Don't talk to me about being direct, nigga. When I was
Be direct then. Be direct.
I could be direct. When I was actually mentioning your name and was
Okay.
responding to you in the chat, you
Okay.
didn't come on the panel.
No.
You
Because
were
I don't come
3
to
weeks
another
later.
nigga's beck and call. So yeah, no, I don't come on panels when other niggas tell me to come on panels. But I
Right.
can post
You just
panels
hold
and
on
have
to
other
it.
niggas come on.
You just hold on to it for 2 weeks until you finally got the bravery. You finally got the courage.
Well, I mean, you finally showed up. I mean, because I've been sent that text message, so you might. It took you a while to show up, but you're here now, and that's all that matters.
When did you send the text?
Let me pull it right now. And now also Blue can confirm. Let's see. All right, so I sent this text message. So started reaching out to him on the 13th, and he didn't really hit me back until I didn't hit him. He hit me back, and then I hit him right back afterwards on the 14th and told him what I wanted to do. I wanted to show to clear up some smoke, and he hit me back and said that's cool with me. I'll hit Domo up and let you know, and that was the 14th. After that,
I heard about it.
After that, I hadn't heard anything. I said, hey, you're from Domo and that request. Waiting on him to respond. I was like, bet. He said, I'll let you know. But now I get the response. I get the link and everything. So I'm like, okay, bet. Here we go. You know, so it took you a minute.
Bro, I heard about this shit today.
Okay. Well, that's not mine.
So it didn't take me a minute.
But you showed up though, and that's all that matters though. You showed up and you explained why you was mad at me.
All that's ever been about is my presence.
Yeah,
all that's ever been about is my presence.
Right, I mean, I got you to show up. I wanted to know why niggas is mad at me, why niggas is bitter, and you cleared that shit up.
You really spend your time thinking about why niggas is mad at you?
Nah. I wanted some clarity on a video when niggas is driving my name. So yeah.
But you had clarity. You was in the chat. It wasn't like you wasn't there when I did it.
I was, but I still need clarity why niggas still decide to bring my name up.
But I told you when you was in the chat.
Yeah, you told me now too, and I got that. So we should be good from this point. You really should have no other reason to bring my name up.
I'll bring up what the fuck I want to bring up. But I don't give a fuck about
it. And I could choose to respond how I choose to respond.
Right. That's the status quo.
Long as we get the green light on that, that's good.
Talking about getting green lights and all this other shit, my nigga. Like, what? Come on, Melvin. This is why you must be better as a sidekick, bro. You're not giving off, man.
I'm nobody's sidekick. I'm nobody's sidekick.
You got me on the panel. These can't be the shots that you try to take. I mean, you did it under the guise of clearing things up and all that other shit.
But that's like petty shit. I'm not even being petty right now.
But this whole thing is petty. This is a YouTube squad.
Well, you being bitter about another nigga and still mad at another nigga for some season 3 shit is some petty shit.
Hey,
a fucking event that you weren't even, mind you, it's a fucking event you weren't even there for. Like, how are you mad about a debate that you weren't in?
I actually
Like
explained
you, the
that,
wrong
right?
nigga.
But this is why. But again, this is
You're
why
mad at a debate that you
I
weren't
actually,
even
I
participating
actually,
in.
I actually explained
How?
what was the problem with that debate, right? But this is
But
why. This is just
you were not in it.
you're not
You
good at this, bro. You're not
you were
good at
not in
fake.
it.
Hey, how would y'all rate? How would y'all rate Melvin fake YouTube beef on 1 to 5?
What YouTube beef?
10 may be too big of a scale. One to
What
five.
YouTube beef?
How would y'all
I
rate
don't take no
Melvin's
nigga on
fake?
YouTube serious.
Like for real. Like let me know what y'all think about how
I don't
he
take no
doing.
YouTube nigga serious.
Y'all let me know how he doing so far. You know what I'm saying? Is he doing well enough where he deserves a follow-up stream?
I mean, I finally got your answer though. I finally got your answer.
Hey, let put it in the chat. I can be like, y'all, put it in the chat. 1 out of 5, 1 through 5. How do y'all rate Melvin's fake YouTube beef?
You done? You done being childish? You done
Y'all
being
let me know.
childish?
Y'all put it in the chat, man.
You,
I
you, you
honestly,
done
I give
being
him a
you
2.
done being childish?
I give you a 2, bro. This ain't good.
Okay, cool. You finished? You finished?
This ain't good, bro. This ain't good.
Niggas is
Like,
mad at ex judges. Niggas is mad at ex judges. How you a chat participant and you mad at an ex judge?
Nigga said a 0, -1, 1,
How you a
-2.
chat
You're not doing
participant mad at an ex judge? Niggas care too much, yo.
You're not doing good, bro.
Niggas
Oh,
care too much. I like to say though, it's like, you know, thanks for the thankless job. You know, if you were wondering why judges did not help patch up the situation between judges and debaters, when you
I'm not
have
wondering.
commissioners that
I'm
don't
not
or
wondering.
commissioner that did not necessarily have his judges back, even though his judges were taking blows for him. So
Nobody,
yeah, you know,
nobody's wondering, bro. Nobody's wondering. Like y'all left and you explained it then.
yeah, we left for a reason because the
Right.
commissioner was going to have us replaced.
Yeah, because I was
Uh-huh.
trash.
Yeah, yeah. So we got in an ambush situation, right? Because you know when you serve up your judges like that, apparently you know you don't care for them, so that's cool.
Right. So you quit before you were
Right,
fired.
right.
That's
No,
understandable.
we quit because we saw the
Before you were
ambush
fired.
coming. We saw the ambush coming.
Before you were fired. You quit
We
before you
saw
were
the ambush coming. You weren't firing us.
fired. Call
We
it
saw the
out.
ambush,
You
and yeah,
said y'all
you were
about to
not
be
firing us either, Mister Domo. You were not firing us either because I know your role. So
Hold on.
yeah.
Did you say listen. Did you say that y'all quit before y'all were replaced? Yes or no?
I said we heard rumors that we were being replaced,
Y'all were being replaced.
and
Right.
so we were not going to get ambushed. So
You
we
heard it
left.
at the water cooler that y'all was gonna get laid off. Let go.
Hmm.
Heard
Yep.
it at the water cooler, so you were
Which is not the normal from the commissioner. I'm hearing.
bro, how you even taking weak shots at soda? These is
That's
weak
not a
shots.
shot. That's facts.
Listen. You got Domo on the panel,
That's
bro.
not a shot. That's facts.
You gotta be more aggressive if you're gonna be talking shit.
That's not a shot.
Don't
That's
even. I mean,
facts.
because you subliminally
I don't
shit,
need to
right?
take shots.
Talking about commissioner. No, nigga,
I
say
do
that.
not.
Nigga, you taking shots at solar. Nigga, take shots at solar.
It's
What you
not a
doing?
shot. It's a fucking fact.
Say solar line. Why are you saying the commissioner? The
That's his
say.
position, is it not?
Come on, bro.
Is it not?
Stop playing boy.
Is it
Stop
not?
playing. Bro, you got to center stage. When you got center stage, you ain't supposed to play coy, nigga.
All
You
right. Well
supposed to
then,
use nigga.
James. You want me to use his name, James? Should I do that? Is it better
Come
now for
on.
you, Domo? The fuck?
Yeah. Listen, at least you being direct. Nigga. At least you being direct.
I
But
mean, I
yeah,
thought I was being direct by giving that nigga main primary position, but I guess
we keep
that's not direct enough for Domo. Apparently, it's not
Jay
direct
going
enough
to
for Domo.
fire Melvin. Melvin found out, so Melvin quit before he was
Apparently,
fired.
it's not direct enough for Domo. But
Yeah, apparently your commissioner, nigga, Nah, nigga, if you got some smoke for it, nigga, say that nigga name.
So it's yeah, but I say what I have to say. Like,
Nah,
ain't
but
shit
you
you
was
can
playing
say to change
coy
that.
though. Like, that's what I'm saying.
The facts are the facts
You
though.
was playing coy. If you listen right now, Melvin, you playing a YouTube nigga game, and if you gonna play it
From
right.
sitting across the screen from a YouTube nigga.
Play
Sitting
it
across
right.
the
That's
screen
what
from a
I'm telling
YouTube
you. I'm
nigga.
telling you that.
I'm
And I'm
not a
telling. I'm
YouTube nigga.
I'm showing you how it's done.
Yeah, from a YouTube, you a YouTube nigga, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
YouTube nigga, show me how I get done. Cause I'm not a
It's like
YouTube nigga. I don't know how this shit works.
right. That's why you looking bad
Right.
right now.
Yeah,
Cause
I'm
you
not
not.
looking. Look, I'm
Cause
not
you.
looking bad right now.
You
And honestly, this is like light work. But you being hella childish right now, and I get that. So
but
yeah, you know,
how is it light work when this is supposed to be clearing the air, clearing the smoke,
because you are not trying to do that.
bro? This none of this conversation was about that. You asked me how I felt or why I
I
felt,
asked you why you was mad,
and then you turned
and
around
you
and
I asked you
gave me
why
a
you was
monologue.
bitter and why you was mad. And as I began to respond to those things, you bitched up and decided
Now
not
you
to let
bitter.
me finish.
Now I know you bitter. Nobody
You
takes that. You
you
gotta come
are
hard.
bitter.
You gotta
You
like you
mentioned
could
my
not.
name, bitch nigga.
You gotta come with more
Why you
significant.
mentioning my name? Let me ask you this. Did I mention your name?
There you
Did I go on the live stream and say Domo, Domo, Domo? No, I didn't.
go.
I don't get two
There
shits
you
about
go.
Domo.
There you go. Throw them cuss words in there, nigga. Yeah. Now you spicing it up, nigga.
It's not about spicing shit up.
Now you spicing it up, nigga. There
Like
you go. Be hype, nigga. Shit. Act like you got a problem, nigga.
I,
Nigga.
I'm not
I'm
the one
sorry,
with the problem, nigga.
nigga.
I'm not the one dropping that niggas' names on live streams. Period.
But I'm also not the one asking to have sit down with niggas.
But I came as a man to set this meeting up because that's what men
Nah,
do.
nah.
Men set up meetings properly. Don't do bitch fest. You know,
How you came.
I came to Blue as a man. It was like, yeah, set that up. And he was like, you know what? I like that. I fuck with that.
It bothered
That
you. It
you know,
bothered
that's what
you.
men do. Men don't have bitch fest.
Now it bothered you because the shit I said on the panel it bothered you.
Not really. Not really. Not really. I honestly can
It
get two
bothered.
shits.
How long ago was that panel again? If you, I don't
I
get
mean,
blue. Is that
you
like
should know. You're the one with the monologue. You used to have, recorded in your journal how many goddamn monologues you do a year.
nah? They ain't recorded on the journal. It's just recorded on YouTube.
Yeah, you should be
Because
recording.
I speak what I
A
want to speak.
YouTube nigga should be recording how many monologues he does on YouTube.
Oh, bro, that's weak. You gotta come harder than that, bro. You boring the people now, Melvin. You
I'm
boring.
not trying to. See, that's the thing. You think I'm gonna be playing games? I'm not. I'm not.
Well, you boring the people now, sir.
I'm not here to entertain.
Come a little bit harder. Then
I'm not
why
here
is
to
this happening?
entertain.
If
I'm
this ain't
not.
supposed to be entertaining, then why is it happening on YouTube? If you wasn't
It's
here to give
my
people so
the
fucking
reason why this is happening on YouTube is because the nigga had a bitch fest about me on YouTube. So I decided to reach out to the
a
person
bitch,
who runs the channel and say, look, you know what? Let's
I
clear this
hear
up.
you Mean Girls like 8 or 9 times. Come on now, like you said, you being a man, right?
What were you
Being a
not
man.
having a bitch fest about
Don't,
another nigga on YouTube?
don't use Mean Girls rhetoric now.
Mean Girls? Who the fuck are Mean
Act,
Girls?
act like you talking to a man. Come on
What
now.
is what the fuck is Mean Girls?
This nigga calling this shit a bitch fest.
You are having a bitch fest.
Come on. That's Mean Girls rhetoric.
What is
Come on.
Mean Girls rhetoric?
You.
Yeah, clearly, I have no
Exactly.
idea what the fuck that is at
Nah, you know
36. So
exactly.
yeah,
What is Mean Girl? You can't even play dumb convincing me, nigga.
I don't know what the fuck Mean Girls is.
What are you doing? Is this like a distraction or a trap or something? Is because you can't be taking yourself serious. You must have me here while somebody else is doing some shit in the background and some shit to distract me. Because you
I mean,
this is
whatever makes you comfortable.
this is really just distraction.
Whatever crazy shit that makes you comfortable.
This
I'm
is
just
really
here to
just
know why niggas got a problem with me.
it's
That's
just
it.
like you just time. Like you just want to take up my time.
That's it. I'm just tired of niggas mentioning my name. Period.
Nigga, in the last 6 months, I'm probably the only nigga that mentioned your name.
You know what? Mentioning my name once is too fucking much.
This
So
nigga talking about how the niggas mentioning his name. All right, okay. Big fella. Ain't nobody tripping on you, Melvin.
you are though. You are. For several hours actually, if I remember. Several hours.
Oh, shit.
You are.
Oh, me, yes, because I'm the only nigga that know you.
You the right YouTube nigga for it, and you don't know me. You don't know shit about me. You clearly don't.
I know enough.
But I'm familiar with Dominique Baker, but nah, you don't know shit about me.
Yeah, I know you is, nigga, because I ain't got nothing to hide.
I have nothing to hide either. I mean, clearly my government's on fucking YouTube, like, cause I'm not a YouTube nigga. I don't do that shit.
I told niggas, oh, that's what I'm like. You know who you fucking talking to? Niggas have seen my face.
I don't know who I'm talking to. Clearly.
Your turn.
Okay,
Niggas have seen my.
why do niggas need to see my face? I'm not out here advertising for niggas.
They know my
I mean,
brain.
but of course, if I want to be YouTube nigga, sure, I can turn the camera on and smile with the fucking like I can do that if I want to be a YouTube nigga, but I'm not a YouTube nigga. Like,
you a hang around. You a
I'm
side.
I'm not a hang around either.
You know the motorcycles. That little you a side car.
I don't ride motorcycles, so I don't ride motorcycles. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I came as a man and you being childish as fuck, which is what I expected. I expected childish shit. I really did.
You
I
a
can sit
boy.
and blame myself. I expected a childish nigga.
Nigga, second fiddle.
Childish niggas. Childish niggas. Second fiddle to who? Second fiddle to who?
Second fiddle. Actually, you was the third. Because it was
Okay,
Chris.
third fiddle to who? Third fiddle to who?
You was the nigga at the bottom.
Who? Name names. Who am I second and third fiddle to? Name names.
Chris, Kansu, and you was at the bottom.
Okay, and them niggas needed me. So what the fuck you saying? You have no clue what the fuck is going on. You really have no clue what the fuck is going on. You really have no clue. You have no clue.
Yeah, nigga, like niggas needed you, like how niggas take.
We all saw the fall that happened without me. So yeah, niggas needed me. Say less.
Yeah, they might have.
Well, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't. You're right.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
I said I wouldn't. You're right.
You wouldn't. So don't speak on things you don't understand.
Nah, but we know you the you use the third fiddle. Come on.
Third fiddle who?
Yeah, but you was the nigga that carried the niggas like.
Carried niggas who?
That type of shit, nigga.
Who? Johnson names.
You was the nigga they put to work, nigga.
For who? For who?
I know.
Who do I have to put? Who put me to work? Who? Say names. Say names.
I've already said them. The niggas that you said you was the glue.
You talking about Chris and Kansu? Say when? When did I ever play second or third fiddle to them niggas? When? When?
You was always the do boy.
I want facts. When? Name it. Drop it.
You were always.
And see, this is what I'm saying. Niggas pay too much attention to the wrong shit. Like, you really have no facts. I'm up here spitting facts. But you up here with the bullshit in the games.
Okay. I hear you, big fella.
No, I mean, I'm here for the facts. It's a fact. If you got some truth, speak your truth. But don't bullshit me. Don't waste my time.
We always speak the truth.
So where the facts at? Who did it win? Come on now, let's go. I got niggas numbers. I will call a nigga on the spot and expose that shit.
Call him.
Who I need to call? Say names.
What are they gonna say? I've already said their names. The only people that I know that
So what it you said Chris and Kansu, and them niggas would not say that shit.
No, they treated you like that. They didn't have
No,
to say
they
that.
did not treat me like anything. They
You were
respected me.
treated like a dude boy.
I am not treated like no second or third fiddle.
Well, you know, some people do struggle with self-awareness. I get that.
Yeah, I'm not one.
Good. It's all good.
So yeah, you need to fix that.
Nah, ain't nothing to fix, bro.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is,
you
I mean,
need to fix
it's
that.
actually irrelevant. It's actually irrelevant at this point because we don't
Well, then
have
why you
any.
bring it up then?
We don't have any
Why did you
affiliate.
bring it up? It's irrelevant. Why are you
What about
wasting?
you being what about you being a yes man or a do boy? Which one?
If it
Why did I bring up what?
First of all, me being a yes man or a do boy is some shit you made up with the figment of your imagination because you have zero facts that you presented to help your case. So it's
Yeah,
bullshit.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah, zero facts.
everybody that was around know what I'm talking about.
Everybody that was around knows nothing.
Like,
They
it
have
ain't really
zero clue what
like,
the fuck is going
listen,
on.
if you in denial, like
I'm
it
not.
ain't.
I'm not in denial.
You can't do nothing for you.
Show the
This is
facts.
the type of shit.
Where
This is the type
Where is your proof?
of this for, bro.
Where is your proof?
People be careful for this type of shit.
Where's your proof?
What? That you was a doing?
Where is your proof?
Bro, the videos are still up.
Videos of what?
Still up. This is actually
Videos of
one of
what? What am I doing?
you being a
Stop
dude.
dancing around a fucking topic and what am I doing?
Oh, shit. Yeah, all right, nigga, turn up, nigga. There you go. What's YouTube shine?
I don't give
Yeah.
two shits about YouTube shine.
What you doing though is like
I
it's videos of you being a
I
dude.
I don't care about none of that shit. You said you got recordings of me doing XYZ. I need to tell me what am I doing.
Solar Mind has recordings
Solimar has recordings of me doing what, nigga? What?
as a dude boy.
As a do boy doing what?
Hey, listen, it's a bunch of motherfuckers that was around from that
But
time. So
you're
niggas
not
got
even
lying.
you're not even gonna answer that.
Niggas
You're just gonna
get
dance
lying.
around
Niggas
that.
can say,
You
listen,
gonna
if
dance
niggas,
around that like liars do? Is that what you gonna do? You just gonna
bro,
say some
if
shit
anybody think
and
I'm lying,
then
like I
dance
know,
around it. So
am I
now you
lying?
want to try to convince the audience instead of just telling me what it is on the recording that I've done. See,
Bro,
not
yes,
even
you.
you can pull my card, but this niggas like you will say shit like that without pulling my card.
What card, nigga? Your library card, nigga? Shut the fuck up.
I don't have a library card, nigga.
Video card.
Like niggas is slow as fuck.
You ain't got no card to pull, nigga. Yo, image is that of a librarian, nigga. You was the dude
My
boy, nigga.
image is a
That did
librarian.
homework.
My image is a librarian.
Yes, nigga.
This nigga where? Where? You talking about the image I got now?
That's you, nigga.
The image I got now?
Look, the image that was portrayed as far as I was concerned. Listen,
What image? The image that the image that I have on the screen right now?
When you was in SVDL, nigga,
Okay.
you was a do boy yes man, nigga.
I was a do boy yes man for who?
For Consul and Chris.
And where's your proof?
In everything from season 3.
Where? Give me one.
Go watch the shit from season 3.
Go give me one. I was there. Give me one.
Nah, go get it, nigga. You got time.
No, you
got
gotta get it,
enough time
bitch.
you got enough time to sit on panels with me.
How you gonna present before the people a faulty case and you ain't got no fucking evidence?
I'm talking about the case
you brought up a statement, so I'll be man enough to prove it.
When somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time.
Sure. Ignore the statement. Sure. Go ahead. But you can't prove none of the shit you say out your mouth, and that's telling.
But you proved it.
Prove what? Prove what?
You're Melvin, the do boy, bro.
Do boy? What proof? What proof?
That's you.
What proof?
Like you were Melvin, the do boy, nigga.
With no proof, right? Right.
No, that's just like that's your image.
But I do have proof of you being drunk on a debate Several times. I do have proof for that. See, I don't have to lie about that. I do have proof of bitch niggas lit during debates, especially when the rules was made so bitch niggas don't get lit during debates. But then bitch niggas get mad when they don't win debates that they was drunk at, but then get mad at the judges because the judges got a personal vendetta with me. Bitch niggas. But I got proof of that. I got proof of that. I got proof of that. I got proof of that.
And you know my first and last name too, right?
Who doesn't?
You know my first, right? You know my first.
You know my first and last name. Who doesn't?
So you know my background too, right?
And so, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? Why should I care?
So you have proof of me having a little bit of the sauce while I was there.
And why should I care?
You got proof of it. Well, you brought it up. I was just confirming that that's what you said.
I brought it up as a comparison of me being able to easily make a statement about a nigga and back up my claim versus a nigga making a statement about me without any proof.
That's how. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. Black Swarm got your back. Black Swarm said, "That's how I was introduced to Melvin. My perspective as his friend. Melvin shared help books with me back in 2012, and I told folk he could help in that way. Not a do boy, just a really cool guy."
So I push intellectualism and reading, and niggas say I'm a do boy. Bet. Okay. Just because I don't want to see people slow. Bet.
So you got one in there for you that's like,
look, I'm not even reading this chat. I'm having a solo conversation, and you're reading the chat.
They say he's just a friend.
You done? You done?
He was kind of
you done?
That's a step up from do boy.
You done?
Step up from do boy.
You done?
You done, nigga?
I've been done.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, I have. Mind my business too. While niggas is mentioning my name.
You've been well done, nigga.
Yeah. While niggas is mentioning my name.
Well done, style, nigga. What is wrong with you? You better.
What is wrong with you? You started this shit.
You better, bro.
You gotta do better. Live better. Make sure you live right. Make sure you live nice and long so your son can see you with your gray hair, nigga.
Yeah, I got a couple of
make better choices so you can see your grandbabies.
Yeah, for sure.
All right then.
That's what niggas is working at.
That's what you're supposed to be working at. You ain't supposed to be focused on me and some old ass debate.
Bro, ain't nobody focused on you.
But you brought it up though. You brought it up.
Like that's what it. All you doing is showing how significant it was.
All you doing is showing how fucking weird you are.
That was really just a let me
how weird you are.
And it really bothers
like, you a weirdo, dog.
It really bothers you.
I'm not bothered. I'm here to set the record straight.
But you ain't set the record straight. You just embarrassed yourself.
I did. Why you interrupted several times? You can't hold your composure.
Nigga, but you just sit here flambe, nigga.
Nigga, I just sat here and tried to give the whole background story on season 3, and the nigga couldn't even keep his mouth shut while I had the respect to be able to do that. So, yeah, apparently you couldn't.
Next time, bro, I'll let you. I don't know if you and Chris cool or not, but next time you want to do a stream, and where you either calling a nigga out or want to talk to that nigga about how it's done, bro. Because like this, you need to be coached into how to do it.
Coach on what?
You being a terrible YouTube nigga, bro.
I'm because I'm not a YouTube nigga. I'm not.
Right. So why are you doing this? Why are you here?
Because I'm here to clear the air. Nigga, you must be slow. I'm here to clear the smoke and set the record straight. Period. I want to know why niggas is mad at me.
Listen, nobody, like, based on how this conversation has progressed, nobody really thinks that's what this conversation was for.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm not here for an hour and 9 minutes just to bullshit with you. I'm not.
But that's all you've done.
That's all you've done. I came here with good intentions. You wouldn't even let me finish.
Melvin,
Because the bitch
you're not
inside of
gonna
you
like,
wouldn't let me
because
finish.
you're not gonna like. There you go. You know,
What?
like, look,
What?
a little bit more of that, and you'll be more entertained.
I'm not doing any
A
of
little
that.
bit more of that.
I'm
You
spitting
just did it.
facts. I'm just giving facts.
You just did it. You just did it.
I'm giving facts.
You just
You
did
didn't
it.
let me finish.
Just called me out my name for no reason.
You didn't let me finish. That's what that is. You
That's what I'm
bitch.
saying. Don't call me out my
If I
name.
didn't let you finish,
Really?
then you had the right to say that.
Shit entertaining. How many, like, bro? How many people watching this shit? Make this shit at
Yeah.
least entertaining,
I don't
bro.
care if 2 or 2,000. I don't give a fuck. Like you worried about the wrong shit.
How many, Blue? How many people watching? Hey, nah, Astro. Melvin was definitely put up to this. This is clearly a distraction. I'm trying to figure out for what. It's a bigger play.
Nobody put me up
It's
to
a
this.
bigger play out here. Like Melvin don't do shit
And
by himself.
think
He ain't
think
no mastermind.
whatever makes you comfortable. Nobody put me up to this.
This nigga ain't no mastermind.
And
Like this,
niggas can take what they want.
it's a lose. So either somebody put you up to this, and like this
I
for whatever
didn't come
reason,
here to
either
win
somebody
anything,
did
Domo.
this, or somebody
Like
trying to do whatever,
this is not a
or
game.
you're really just up here embarrassing yourself. Cause like
It's not
you
a
don't need
game.
to have this conversation, especially if you don't care
Well, if
about
we don't need to have a conversation, then niggas should have no reason to bring my name up at all, right?
it.
Right? See, you hear the
Yes,
laugh? You hear the
yes,
laugh? So
yes,
yeah, good.
yes.
So we clear on that. So we done. We clear on
Because
that.
when niggas
So
is talking about
we done.
SBDL,
He completely
SBDL.
came out and said it. We done. He said he has no other reason to bring my
I'm not.
name
I'm
up.
here. I'm here though. I'm
But you
here.
just admitted you have no other reason to bring my name up. So we done. We done.
We just getting started, nigga.
Getting started, nigga. I don't have time to waste with you. I give
Nigga.
you an hour of my time. That's it.
Now, Dip.
I'm so we
Dip.
done.
Go ahead, Dip. I'm here though.
For what?
Shit, my name in the
You here
title.
because I caught you here because I
So,
wanted you here.
right. And now you're done. Now you're done, right?
Yeah,
Bye.
we both done.
Nah, we both ain't
No, we
shit.
both done. The reason
We
why
both
you're
ain't
here
shit.
is to
You're
have this
done.
conversation. So the conversation's over.
You're done.
So yeah, Blue, you can end the stream if you want.
Hey, nah, Blue, you ain't got to end it, bro. I'm in here. I'm still here. I'm not done.
What else you gotta say?
Clearly, I'm not done.
What else you gotta say then? Since you're clearly not done.
I'm gonna keep cooking your goofy ass, nigga.
You didn't cook shit.
Man, you too.
You never could, you never will, and you can continue to look weird. So go ahead, try.
All right.
Go ahead and continue to show people why you weird as fuck. Go ahead.
Hey, it'll be easier if you stayed. It'll be easier if you stayed.
Go ahead and put on a show. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I've been doing that for an hour.
Yeah, clearly.
For an hour, nigga.
Clearly.
I knew early the conversation wasn't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I knew early. I gave it a shot though. I was like, all right, nigga want to clear some shit up. Okay, cool. But then when the nigga just start re-explaining shit, like nah.
Yeah. When I can't explain shit, it's a problem. The problem when I want to explain shit, but when niggas want to bitch about why they were mad at me, I can't say nothing.
It's a lot of people that you can explain shit to. I'm not one of them.
It's a lot of people names you can bring up. I'm not one of them.
No, I know you an easy target. You a soft target. You
Bet.
You low hanging fruit, boy.
Long as you are prepared for the repercussions that come for that bet.
Low hanging fruit.
Bet. As long as you prepare for those repercussions, that's all I can expect.
No, nobody cares about you.
I'm not here for anyone to care about. Why are you worried? Why are you worried about the wrong shit?
Melvin, you weak as shit. I don't give a fuck
and you
what
weak as shit.
Your sleeve, whatever, nigga. I'm saying it right now, so I don't need to say it in the future.
Bet.
This is how I feel about you right now. Bet.
You're pussy. Period.
Yeah, hype. There you go. Say what you want to say. There you go.
Period.
Say what you want to say.
Say what I have to say.
Say what you really want to say, nigga.
I said what I needed to say.
This shit weak.
Yeah,
This shit
nah, cause you're a weak nigga. I'm not here for no nigga shit.
alright, but that's what I'm saying. Why do y'all niggas keep reaching out to me to fucking talk?
Who is y'all niggas?
Y'all niggas is weak as
Who is y'all
hell.
niggas?
This is bro, because I already know what's about to happen. It's a whole nother nigga who did the same shit.
Who?
Y'all niggas got to click up.
Who?
Y'all niggas I already know, bro.
Who?
I already fucking know.
Who?
Like, what are you talking about? This shit is
Who?
ridiculous.
No,
Like,
you're ridiculous.
and then the like the audacity to call me weird.
You are
Boy,
weird. You are weird. You're
boy.
exceptionally weird.
But I'm exceptionally weird, but you couldn't
You
just
are
leave me alone.
exceptionally weird, no
You
more.
couldn't just let me be weird, right? You had to
You can be
talk,
weird.
right?
My
You had
my
to engage
purpose
my
my
weirdness.
purpose here
I
is to
put you that
figure
hard
out
I said
my
your name
purpose
over
here is to figure out why niggas is mad at me and why niggas is still bitter over old shit.
and over. Who gives a fuck, nigga? Who
I
cares?
do. I do.
Yes, and I'm the weird one. You care about
You
what
are
you
the
care
real
about
one.
internet nigga saying your name, bro.
You are the real one.
You know
Because
how
you
many niggas
mentioning
say
my name.
you know how many y'all niggas say my name is yours? Nigga, you only know my whole name because niggas they tried to do their background research.
I don't need to do
Why niggas
background
ain't
research on you. But what? I use my
exposed?
government name. I use my government name on
Exposed
here
to
too.
niggas talk about like
Niggas
whatever,
can
like
do
whatever.
background research on me as well. My government is out here. So what you're making regular links.
But you
Like,
the nigga that said Dominique Baker. You the nigga that said that. I didn't say
of
Melvin.
course.
Yeah, I ain't said
But
that.
you know my name.
So what,
But you
nigga?
continue to say y'all
Because I don't
niggas.
care about you. That's the
You
thing.
do because you did a whole fucking stream on me, nigga.
No, it wasn't on you. It was
Yes, it
on your
was.
collective stupidity,
You,
nigga.
Michael, like
That's
just
your phone.
the
It was on
nerve of the
no,
uppity
not
nigga.
your, not
The
mine,
nerve of
nigga.
the
I'm
uppity
talking about
nigga.
a group of niggas.
The
A
nerve
group
of
of
the
how
uppity
a group of
nigga.
people behaved, nigga. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
nerve of the uppity nigga.
Yeah. Go ahead and reach for that ethos. I know that's what y'all always rely on when y'all get desperate.
Reach for the ethos, nigga,
Oh,
please.
he's uppity. He's uppity.
You,
Hey, y'all, he's not one of us. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, y'all know Domo uppity. He look down on niggas like us. Go ahead. Domo a house nigga. He one of them educated niggas that don't. Go ahead, bro. And you don't even do
educated,
that.
educated has nothing to do with
This
that.
nigga said uppity. This nigga said uppity. Nigga, you don't even do that right. You can't even use the ethos properly. Come on now.
You are,
Be
and
better.
and the fact that you equated education to that shows you again don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't.
Oh, listen, you know I know what the fuck I'm talking about, Melvin.
You don't.
Come
You
on
don't.
now. Like,
You don't.
like y'all niggas like to play this game after y'all done
What?
already
Who is
killed
y'all
me,
niggas?
nigga.
Who
Fuck
is
do you
y'all
mean?
niggas?
Melvin, you're not special. Please
I'm
understand
not.
that.
I'm not up here trying to be special. I'm
What
not
you
up here
doing
trying to
right
be
now
special.
is comes out of a playbook, nigga.
What playbook?
This ain't new. You ain't the
Who wrote
first
it?
nigga to do goofy shit like that.
Who wrote
Come
it?
on now. We got like you not doing nothing different, nigga. So when I say
I'm not trying to do anything different.
I'm
Why do
talking
you
about
assume why do
are
you
y'all
assume I'm up here trying to do something different? I came here with sincere intentions to figure
you
out
doing
why this
y'all nigga
nigga
shit.
kept
So I'm
mentioning my
talking about
name
y'all
and why this nigga mad at me while I gave literally two fucks about that nigga.
niggas just
Now all of a
lied.
sudden,
You
now all
just
of a
lied.
sudden, now all
You
of a
just
sudden,
lied.
the
You
bitch
said
nigga, the bitch nigga give me a list of shit
ain't
as to
nobody
why the
talking
nigga
about
mad and bitter,
ain't
and then now
nobody
it's all
talking
games.
about you, nigga. You coming back from a stream a week ago, nigga. You weak as
A
fuck.
week ago that I text
Coming
Blue right
back from
after.
a stream a
I
week
text him
ago.
right after.
Ass nigga.
Blue,
Fuck.
when did I text you about responding to that stream? It was right after. Not a week later, nigga.
Nigga talking about respond like the fuck out of here, nigga.
You
This shit
came though. You came though.
you
I
weak
called
as
you, you
fuck.
came. Like you supposed
Yes,
to.
yes, because you wanted to you
Because you
put out
said like because I said I needed you
yeah.
to come
When
and
a
you
man
came
said
like
that
you're supposed
when
to.
a man said that they want to clear up the smoke, clear the air.
Yeah,
When
all
a man
right. So
said, I
that's
take
what we was here for. That's what we supposed to be here for. Look. But you playing games.
That's not what you was here for.
You playing games. That's what I'm here for.
That's not what you was here for.
You playing games, so.
That's not what you was here for.
Yeah, when I was trying to explain why you cut me off then? When I was gonna explain season 3, season 4, why'd you cut me off then? You want to hear it? You didn't want to hear the truth?
It's not you explaining.
Did you not want to hear the truth?
I knew the truth.
Is that what it was? You didn't want to hear the truth? No, you didn't know the truth because if you knew, you wouldn't have bitched up. You wouldn't have complained about it. If you knew, you wouldn't have complained about it. You didn't know. You didn't know a lot of shit that was going on behind the scenes.
You just wanted to.
You really had no clue.
Right now, so I'm giving it to you. You're welcome, nigga. You want to be a YouTube nigga now that you
don't care for being a YouTube nigga. I don't.
That's why you here.
Like, why you don't get that shit?
No, you do. That's why you here. That's why you here.
Yeah, whatever.
You wanted the audience.
I get off this shit. I'm going back to my life. I get off this shit. I'm going back to my regular life and not worried about the YouTube shit
now. I'm in my regular. I'm laughing at you. This is comedy.
Yeah, you laughing because you're not taking this shit serious.
I'm breaking the fourth
wall. I'm trying to have a serious moment, and you playing games. But that's cool though. As long as niggas know you weird, that's all that matters. You weird.
Niggas been knew I was weird. Next.
Bet.
You made the point. You got it. Niggas been knew I was weird.
Bet.
Yeah. Actually, let's go ahead and make a new hashtag. Domo weird. Hashtag Domo weird.
Hashtags played out, bro. Catch up.
What?
Catch up.
You suck at this, bro.
I'm saying weird niggas.
You suck at this, bro.
Weird niggas. Weird niggas. Weird niggas.
Like that's what niggas do. Niggas on YouTube literally ask another nigga to holler at you just so they can bring you on panels and call you names.
Did I start this shit off calling you names? Did I start this off calling you names? Or was I being legitimate? Was I being sincere? Was I not cutting you off when you was talking? Bet.
I'm here.
Bet. But you couldn't even have a cordial conversation. Because this didn't start off like this. You caused this.
Bro, just drop
you did?
Facade.
Did you not?
Drop the facade.
What facade?
Stop the bullshit.
What bullshit?
This.
You can't even. What is this? This is me trying to have a civil conversation.
This is the whole thing. The whole thing. All of this is bullshit.
It's bullshit because you came with bullshit intentions. I specifically started this thing off asking you why you got a problem with me, why niggas is mad, and you tell me I'm listening attentively, actually wrote shit down, and then I intended to respond to it.
You don't even do this well, nigga. You are boring.
It's not about doing anything well, nigga.
I don't even know why you. I don't know why you wanted to be on the stream with me though. Because like
it's not about being on the stream with you. It's about addressing shit that I heard.
You can't keep up, right? Like you keep just asking these silly ass questions, like prove that I was a do boy. Like, come on, bro. Like at least give better conversation.
So you just talking about trying. You ain't got no proof.
At least give better conversation in that, man. Hey, tell y'all, like, hey, chat.
Tell who?
Chat. Please tell this nigga that he need to step it up.
I'm not reading the fucking chat.
Please tell this nigga.
I have not looked at the chat since I popped in.
You losing steam.
It's not. I'm not trying. Like, what are you?
For real.
Like, niggas can't even be straight up anymore. Niggas can't be real. Niggas can't be men. Niggas can't be men. I can't know you as a man. Like, is this what we doing? Is this what we doing? Bet. Bet.
You want to talk like men in front of people? Stop it.
No. I'm talking in front of people because the original conversation was had in front of people with my name being brought up into it. So now I'm responding. Niggas can't handle it. Niggas can handle it. Bet. Niggas can handle it. Bet.
Oh, this is what you call responding it? Oh yeah, you really bad
All
at
right.
it.
Well, did you not show up? Did you not show up? Does the title not to clear the air? What air? The air to the last video, dumbass nigga. Catch up.
This is what you call responding. Oh boy,
But you showed up.
Calling
You
that
showed
nigga
up.
black.
You showed up.
And try to do it straight with that nigga.
But you showed the fuck up.
Responding to that panel. Like,
It's a response to a nigga, and the nigga showed up as expected.
Go on about your life, man.
I'm done. Booty running in the stream.
Anybody's gonna mention your name on the internet. You an easy
Back.
target.
Please don't. Please don't.
You a soft target.
Don't mention my name. Period.
I'm mentioning your name now. Melvin, you're a soft target. And I want you to know, even if I don't ever mention your name again, I'm still gonna feel that way.
You won't.
I'm mentioning it now. Melvin,
You won't mention it again. Bet. Like I said,
you irrelevant, bro. Nobody cares about you. I would never mention your name again.
I'm not here for that.
Yes,
I'm here to have a civil discourse that you turn into shit. And it's cool.
What are you talking about? So you go, see, I tried to talk to Domo civilly and he turned it into shit. Shut up, nigga. That shit ain't convincing.
It's not about being convincing.
It's
not.
Stop faking the funk, nigga. You wanted an
Faking
audience.
what? Faking
You
what?
wanted an audience. So you wasn't having no real conversation.
I wouldn't what? Like, that's what I'm saying. Niggas think they know shit. They don't know shit, so they just run the mouth. And that's all they do good at is running their mouths, but they don't know what the fuck they talking about. Period. And you do a good ass job of that.
That's weak. Boo. Boo. You gotta come harder than that, bro.
I'm not here to perform.
You on YouTube, nobody gives a fuck about those.
I don't give a shit about that. My point here is
have a conversation. My nigga, stop it. My nigga, stop it. Look, I'm giving you whatever little footage you want. I'm giving you whatever.
I don't want any footage. I'm not gonna go watch the playback.
Bro, listen.
Like, are you that much of a goofy nigga to do that?
No, it's.
You said no.
The question is.
No, I want you to answer my question.
No, the question is. What,
no. I want you to answer my question.
Like, hey, anybody in the chat? Can y'all
See
put in
now,
the chat?
so because you won't maybe man enough to answer my question, you defer to the chat, which is a deflection. So sure, you can deflect. Go ahead.
What are y'all perceiving from this? What are y'all getting from this?
Deflect.
Like, can y'all understand clearly what the fuck it is this nigga wants? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you should.
Like, because like at this point, the conversation that he was pretending to have, that facade can been deteriorated.
What was that? What was that conversation that I was pretending to have?
So, like, the fact that he been here for this long, y'all what y'all think? What is it? Let's speculate with me, chat. Speculate with me. Why is this
nigga is here to entertain the chat?
What is this nigga doing?
Why are you here to entertain the chat?
Ghost said, "We the people don't understand."
That it ain't meant for them to understand. I don't expect them to. I don't expect them to. You know what? Maybe if you bring up their name and in a monologue and do 3 hours on it, maybe they would. But they don't. They probably won't. What? Did you not bring up my name for 3 hours?
Have you ever told a joke in life, nigga?
No, nigga. What kind of shit is you on?
No, nigga. Akmalak said, "I'm confused, honestly." Me.
Yeah, Akmalak would be confused if you were dragging his name through the mud for 3 straight hours, but you know, he probably wouldn't understand what that's like.
Oh boy, you really
what?
over.
I really would.
Fuck about you, bro. Just because I said your name.
You
were
must
a
have,
part of a
bro.
collective.
You did 6 straight hours,
You were a part of a
and
collective.
bringing me up was about 60 to 70% of that.
You were talking shit
Six
in the
straight
chat, bro.
hours. I
And
was
you
talking shit because I was told you were talking shit about me. I wasn't even watching. Somebody else told me, "Hey, Domo out here mentioning your name on bullshit." So I come and listen, and I hear
got
exactly that.
it. We got it. We got it. We got it.
I did. So I'm here to figure out what's the point.
Nigga, what do you mean the point?
What's
The
the
point is
point?
this goofy shit. You did
Because
some goofy
when
shit.
I gotta
Fuck.
say shit to address a nigga, I don't need 6 hours, Domo.
Oh, shut up, nigga. You don't have nobody to address. Nobody cares about you, nigga. The fuck are you talking about?
There's nobody
You don't
left
have
to
nothing to
address. There's
address.
nobody left to address.
There's nobody to address.
There's nobody left to address.
Goofy ass nigga.
There's nobody left to address.
Like, come on, bro. This shit is like, I mean, let's be for real, Melvin. You reaching, bro.
Now you want to be for real?
This you
At an
reach.
hour and 30 minutes, now you
You
want to
reach.
be for real?
No, I'm still not for real with you.
No,
I'm
you
telling
not for real, but you just said you must be for real.
you,
Make your
this is a
mind up.
joke.
Make your
You're a
mind up,
joke.
weird nigga. You a weird
Every
nigga.
part of this
Make your mind
process
up.
is comedy, nigga.
Make your mind
Every
up.
part of this process is comedy.
You're
And the
weird.
fact
You're
that
weird
you
nigga.
even stayed on here this long is a testament, nigga. Like to how
It's me
hard.
having the show, nigga. You are the guest.
No.
You are the guest.
I'm the guest. Yes.
Are you the reason why we're having the show?
Are you no nigga, you co-hosting.
You are the guest, nigga.
I'm the guest, nigga, you co-hosting.
I'm not co-hosting shit, but you're the guest.
This fuck is wrong with these niggas. You silly, nigga.
So you done? You done? I ain't
You
got all
silly.
night. I got other shit to do. You done?
You can leave. We don't
Uh,
need you.
yeah, we can end the stream.
You can leave. No, I mean, you can leave. I'm not going over there. I said I got more to do.
You
I
got
got
more
more
to
to say.
say?
Yeah.
What more do you have to say? I thought you said we were done.
No, you're done. Yeah, the fake shit you was on is done.
The fake
I'm not
shit.
even playing them
Wow.
games. I'm not even playing them games with y'all no more. I ain't
Fake
even about to
shit.
act like it no more, nigga. You showed your hand early.
Showed my hand earlier with what?
You showed your hand early.
With what?
No, you like you said,
See,
you're done.
why you can't answer questions?
Hey, listen, if you too comfortable to actually, if you uncomfortable on getting off of the
Why
panel,
you can't answer questions?
when I keep talking, go ahead and speak up. I keep talking.
No, why do you keep not answering questions?
Cause I don't respect you.
Bet. That's all you know. Bet.
Thank
Bet.
you. Thank you. I think that was quite obvious from the get-go. I don't even know what the confusion is. Like, y'all heard this shit.
Yes, they did.
This man reached out to my nigga
Yep.
Blue to be like,
Tried,
let's
tried
clear
to be tried to be a man about the shit. Tried to be an adult. Yep. Can't be an adult about this shit.
Bro, I tried to be an adult about the shit. When you
No,
asked me,
what else you gotta say to me, dog? You clearly said you don't respect me. So ain't no bro, nothing. Like,
man, okay, let me take a step back.
step back
Let me
for
take,
what?
look, it's
It's
let me not be that asshole. Look,
whatever you want to do.
I respect you as a human being.
I don't want to hear that. No, you good. Do what you
Did,
do. Look, do what you do.
listen,
If
I'm
the
not
reason why, if the reason why you mad,
a
if the
game. I
reason
heard
why you mad, and the reason why you bitter is season 3 fuck up, season 4, the quote mining shit. Somehow, me and Kansu being tied to some shit. This weird shit you concocted in your mind about me, Kansu, and Chris, and the disrespect. So like I'm taking notes of all of this shit. If that's all the reasons why you are mad and bitter about a nigga, like I understand. That's what I came to do is to understand. And I have notes. So I'm good on that. Like I said, we done. That's the end of the show.
Like you're
Smoke is
not good.
the smoke is cleared.
You're not good at this.
The smoke is cleared.
I asked you what you were bitter about. You said
The smoke is cleared.
what is your problem with me?
The you answered it.
But again, that's why I say these niggas really just be wanting content. You niggas just really want content. Because it's like
Content.
yeah.
Not to have a conversation.
I want y'all to understand.
I can't. It couldn't be just a nigga wanted to be genuine as a conversation. No, it couldn't be that.
Nah, bro. Like I don't even know why you still putting on that front, my nigga.
That was the whole purpose of the fucking call, nigga. That was the whole purpose of me going through the avenues and reaching out to Blue. I could have did it on my own shit if I wanted to be a YouTube nigga, but I was like, you know what? Nah, I respect the platform. Let me holler at Blue and do this the right way and clear the smoke. The nigga did a smoke show on Blue screen, and my name is in the mix. So I'm like, look, Blue, I want to come and clear the smoke. I'm man enough to have this nigga on the platform so we can clear the smoke. But this nigga want to play for the past hour.
It ain't nothing manly about this shit, though. Like,
that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Nigga, this is hoe shit. Like, you did this.
You acting like the hoe. You been acting like the hoe for the whole past 96 minutes, nigga.
Real.
You have.
You did this shit.
For your son. Acting like a hoe in front of your kid.
You did this shit for attention. He did this shit for attention.
Who's attention? Who's attention? I'm not watching this chat. I'm going to fuck about the chat. I'm going to fuck about whoever's watching.
You want to bring up my feed? Look.
Is he not in front of you? Is he not in front of you?
Didn't he?
Right. And you just heard your daddy act like a ho for 96 minutes. For 96 minutes. Acting like a ho.
Say what's up, you. Say what's up to the people.
Acting like a ho for 96 minutes, right?
We show our face, right? That's what we do.
Of course you show your face. YouTube niggas show their face. YouTube niggas gotta show their face. Because YouTube niggas do that.
That's what we do.
You're a YouTube nigga. Hey, you're a YouTube nigga. Accept it. Congratulations,
Look,
YouTube nigga.
Y'all hear how he reaching? He brought up my seed for a reason.
Are you not a YouTube nigga?
Niggas only bring up niggas' kids when they think they can push a nigga butt.
When they think they can what? Were you not acting like a hoe for the past 97 minutes?
He thought he was pushing dirty buttons, huh? He wasn't doing shit.
Nah. If I wanted to push buttons, I could easily push buttons. I ain't here to push buttons. I got buttons I can push, but I ain't here to push buttons. I got buttons I can push. I like some shit off the table, nigga. I'll leave it there.
No, you don't.
I got buttons.
Bro, go ahead. Push them.
My intent is not to push them. I ain't coming for that. No, you weak. And you weird as fuck.
Hey, and this is why when y'all get Facebook
and then you deflect to the chat, so like somebody else is supposed
when y'all get Facebook requests from
chat, but the chat ain't even responding to you. The chat ain't even responding to you because you're not even man enough to have the conversation. You're not even man enough to have the conversation. You're not.
Look, they only trying to do background research on y'all, folks.
Background research.
When these people, this is why. Look, but the thing about it is, I'm like everything about it ain't nothing about my life that niggas can try to bring up that I got a fucking problem with. That's why you know my whole name.
Same.
That's why you see my face.
It's not hard to know your name.
But then hold on.
And I don't need to do a background check when the nigga mentions it in a debate video. I do not need to know that.
So if I said it in a debate video, how do you have something?
That's how goofy niggas think, though. Right?
How do you have
niggas think because the whole time you thought I did a background check on a nigga and not necessarily listening to a debate video to find out your name? You goofy, bro.
No. I'm talking about
you goofy. Why you staring off? Who are you talking to? You're supposed to be talking to me.
When you sit around, but there's nothing to look at.
But you're still supposed to be talking to me. Period.
There's nothing to look at.
Period. Oh, one time the camera off. Which is it?
I heard the nigga say
What?
himself. I heard the nigga say
What?
himself. I got something. I'm hiding under the table. Like, that's why don't be cool with these niggas for real. Always keep these niggas at a distance. Because
Right.
they think
You
if they
supposed
can
to.
get something about your, if they
You
think
supposed
they
to keep niggas on a
they
distance.
got something.
You supposed to.
You don't have anything.
You supposed to keep
You
niggas
don't
at a
have
distance. You
You
supposed
don't
to.
have anything. You don't have anything. You don't have anything.
You know what? I don't. Let's keep it that way.
I know you don't, nigga.
Bet. Let's keep it that way.
I know you don't, nigga.
Bet.
The fuck?
Bet.
This
Let's
nigga
keep it that
weak.
way.
You weak as hell.
Nah, you weird as fuck.
You weak as hell.
You weird as fuck.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's what it is.
He weak as hell.
Your daddy acted like a hoe for 90, 50, for 100 minutes. Your daddy acting like a hoe.
He said your daddy.
Oh, for 100 minutes.
Oh, for 100 minutes. You believe that? You believe it?
Damn.
He believed you, Melvin. Look, you got somebody else on your side. You're acting like a hoe for 100 minutes.
Damn. Damn.
Oh boy, you a fool.
Damn.
You a fool. How you gonna be on his side? How you gonna be on his side?
Damn.
I thought I was your daddy. How you gonna be on his side?
Damn.
You ain't on daddy's side. You not on daddy's side? Oh,
damn. Damn, that hurt.
You not on daddy's side. You embarrassing me on YouTube, you. Yeah, you embarrassing me. Making fun of me. Being on this nigga side. You supposed to be my dog. Yeah, you supposed to be my dog. No more camera time for you. It's another wholesome black family. Father, son, spending time together. Is your father in your life, Melvin?
Nope.
Did you ever know your dad?
Yep.
You did? Did you have a close relationship?
Nope.
It's not the same. Well, me and my dad had a relationship, but we wasn't, drugs kind of got in the way of him being productive. So I understand.
Drugs, and a few other things. Yep. Same here.
Yeah. See? So even with all this conflict, us black men, we still got this trauma we got to work through.
Yeah, it's a curse.
A lot of this is trauma. Yeah, that's why we think we got to handle situations like this because of the trauma that we deal with.
I was just trying to handle it in an appropriate way. But you have been thinking I'm on bullshit. And that's cool.
Bro, to handle it the appropriate way.
Like, I legit had good intentions. Like, Blue said it was a good idea. I was like, yeah, it's just I'm trying to clear the smoke. I'm not here for no bullshit.
I thought it was a good idea, bro. That's why I came.
So then that means the intentions to set this shit up was authentic. But because I can't, but because I came here to figure out what the issue was, all of a sudden, now it's a problem. Now it's okay. Let me go ahead and attack the character instead of really hearing the feedback from why you had issues with me season 3, season 4.
Yeah, but you didn't address that.
Because you were cutting me off every time.
Bro, you were explaining what you already explained.
Is that not addressing why the outcome became the way it is?
I feel because when I said the problem I had with you, it stems from the explanation that you gave when you gave it.
But that's my explanation. That's my truth.
All right,
all I can give is my truth. If you want to make some shit up, I can make some shit up if you want to make some shit up.
Then there's nothing to clear up, though. That's the point.
No, it is something to clear up because I wanted to know, and I don't know why we have to continue saying this.
Listen, you feel
I wanted to clear the smoke. That's the whole point.
You keep saying it because it's not true.
It's not true that I want to clear smoke?
Yeah, no, it wasn't about clearing up no smoke.
It's not about clearing up no smoke? What's it about then? Please tell me.
YouTube nigga shit. And that's what I'm saying. You're not good at it.
I'm not a YouTube nigga.
Right. That's why I don't understand why you're doing this.
So why would it be about YouTube nigga shit if I am not a YouTube nigga to begin with?
That's what I'm telling you. This is a lot. This is really awkward for you.
It's hella awkward because you're not being sincere.
Bro, when you asked me why the problem I had, right?
Yes.
You didn't even address that.
I was trying to. And every time I said, let me finish, I heard you without cutting you off. Let me finish, and then you can retort. But every time, literally, bro, it was like every minute you kept cutting me off. And to the point where it's like, well, let me even finish. And if that's what you're going to do, is cut me off while I try to explain shit. There's no point.
That's the point, though, bro. That's the point.
That's the point. So the point is for you to tell me. So hold on. The point is for you to tell me why, and then I don't get to say shit.
No. The problem that we have is that you're actually repeating the same behavior that you displayed at the end of season.
But I'm not in the league anymore, so it shouldn't fucking matter.
Right? No, but you asked me to come here so you could do the same shit.
No, I asked you to come here so we could clarify. That's it.
No.
Bro, what is clearing the smoke? What is clearing the smoke?
This exact conversation
is clearing the smoke not about clarity?
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
It's clearing the smoke not about clarity.
No, bro. No, it's not.
What is it about? What is it about?
This conversation already took place.
What is clearing the smoke about?
Bro, this conversation.
No, you're not even going to answer the question. What is clearing the smoke about?
No, I'm not answering that.
No, that's not the answer. What is clearing the smoke about?
I'm not giving you an answer, bro. I'm
so
telling
then
you.
Why you're being disingenuous, Domo? You're intentionally being disingenuous.
Disingenuous, my nigga. This entire shit is disingenuous.
You showed up. You showed up, though. You showed up, and it was good. You showed up, and you said it was good intentions, but now you're saying it was disingenuous from the beginning. So why you lying like that?
I said I assumed it was good intentions.
No. You lying. Period. And you can't even keep up with your own lies.
Bro, I don't give a fuck about you thinking that I'm lying. None of that shit, nigga. Because
I think that you're lying. You're lying.
I was joking. Now
you joking now? Is joking now, Domo? Really? Really? Now it's a joke.
Let's do it like that. Since you want to play games, let's do it like that.
I'm not playing no games.
You wanted to use my name on YouTube because nobody would have gave a fuck if you would have did a stream by yourself.
But then why did you do a 6-hour stream? Why did you do a 6-hour stream?
A week ago.
Why did you? But I responded right after. It's not my fault you just got.
Shut up.
It's not my fault you just got. I responded right after.
A week ago.
Right after. Right after.
You don't understand how bad you fucking look.
Yo, Blue.
Your girl when she told you don't do this.
Yo, Blue. When did I reach out to you after he did that stream?
Mark said, yeah. He had reached out to me. I had took a little minute to get back.
Thank you.
Yeah. He's still wanting to do this shit, nigga.
Thank you. But he said no. Blue. Why did it take a minute? Blue, did it take a minute? Because Domo didn't respond? Is that what it was?
This nigga.
Didn't it take a minute?
No. It was me. It was on my end.
Okay.
Getting at him on it. That was on my end.
All right.
Yeah, because you're worried about this goofy ass shit, nigga.
I ain't worried about shit. I'm here to clear this shit up.
Goofy ass shit. Nigga, ain't shit to clear up. Nigga, don't nobody care about this. Don't nobody care about
All right, so then why show up? Why show up then? Why show up?
Because I fucking wanted to. Stop asking me stupid ass questions.
So you showed up with the intent to cause discord, right? Right?
Oh, shut up.
Just go ahead and put that out there. You showed up with the intent to cause discord. Just say it. Say it. Be honest for once. Be honest, nigga, for once. Be an
sound like a
honest
weak
nigga for once.
you sound like a weak ass nigga. Shut up.
You a weird nigga, bro.
Shut up, nigga.
And you're a liar, yo. Period.
Watch. Now watch. Now watch. I want y'all to see he ain't got shit to say.
Want y'all to see. Not one
Watch it.
time did I talk to the
He ain't got
chat.
shit to say.
But
Watch
every
this.
time I talk to this nigga, it's a deflection. Not one time did I talk to the chat. But every time you deflect instead of talking directly to me. It's a problem. It's a problem. Like, I can't even respect the nigga that do that.
I wanted to step real quick. I believe I believe she said she had something important to she wanted to address real fast.
Yeah.
Got it. This nigga.
If y'all don't mind, Miss Emily, you definitely have the floor if whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much, Blue. I appreciate it. I want to tell everyone that I did something bad. I've been on several panels apologizing for what people have said that I said, but there's no proof of what I actually said. I haven't heard it other than one troll page, Pennywise, saying I said certain things. I'm just going to say it, African booty scratcher. I said, I can fuck you and your man. And I'm coming out the blue saying this because you guys are running with the narrative that I said stuff distinctly about Black women. And I don't remember saying those words that night. You know, that was like a 4-hour live. I took my night medicine. I was drinking at the same time. And then I said what I said when I felt like I was the butt of the joke, which was like 3 hours in. And then I said things. I don't remember ever saying Black women or roaches. I don't remember saying anything like that. And I want to come on this panel to say, because I have been, just so you guys know, not coming on panels, not panels, but not coming into chats, because I know this narrative has been spent about what I said and what I didn't say and this, that, and the other. There's no proof of exactly what I did say other than what I just said. It is on someone's page. And so I just want to say, if you guys don't forgive me, then you don't forgive me. Or we can move forward. That's it.
Oh yeah, I ain't had a problem with you. So I ain't really you good in my book as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know where these conversations be taking place, so I wouldn't be of no help.
Yeah, I hadn't heard nothing about it or nothing like that. But I know in general, I think people say it. I think part of the problem is I think we kind of got to. I think earlier we had discussions about race and I think who was black and who wasn't and stuff like that. And I think that discussion in general was something that became it was able to become dangerous rhetoric. And I think a lot of ways, because I think the discussion was kind of taken out of context. I think in general, uh, and I think since that conversation, I believe you kind of been picked out for it. So yeah, I think moving forward though, we just kind of we gotta either find a healthier way to have the discussion, or what I'm saying, all together leave that shit alone.
I agree, Blue. And like I said, I came on panels. Blue, you weren't live at the time. I would have apologized on your panel. I apologized on several panels where I thought people that I was cool with would be on, because I needed to say, hey, I did this really bad thing. And tonight, like with Ghost, I love Ghost, but Ghost, the first thing he hit me with was, hey, Emily the racist. And I've been away for a while because of what I did and what I said. It wasn't right. I did and said stuff to, just so you guys in context, there were two women that were content creators in particular, and I was listening to both of their content for about 3 days while I was working. And then when I got on their panel to talk to them, it went left, and it just went way, way left. And there's no evidence of the exact extent of how far I went, but I know that I said hurtful things to both of those women. I've apologized to both of those women. One accepted my apology, one did not. Um, and so that's it. And I just I would need to know where I stand with you guys. Like, I want to know, can I still come around or no?
Yeah, for me, you can, as far as I'm concerned, you can still come around. I don't have no issues with it. What's said in the heat, especially when people is in the middle of their smoke. I mean, stuff gets said all of the time. So yeah, I mean, me personally, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah,
You welcome over here.
yeah. I remember one time I did some shit about Indians that I felt bad about after the fact. I was like, man, I shouldn't have said that shit. Arguing with them indigenous niggas. You know what I'm saying? And then if the people that don't forgive you, fuck them. They can't keep you off YouTube. What you doing?
Yeah, I think you know, and shout out to the grand architect in the building. Good guy. Yeah, I think though in general, um, that was something that was most likely between y'all. Like you said, you talked to them. One accepted it, one didn't. It kind of the whole kind of is what it is. I don't really, I ain't want to hold people to things that they say when they, what I'm saying, when they in the middle of a war or having a war word, like me personally. But I understand how people is, but I think it's YouTube at the end of the day, and I think we gotta be able to move past. Like,
So, niggas, not to dismiss.
so yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I hate you at ordeal went down. I don't even know about it to be honest. I had no idea. So, I ain't gonna go looking for it. So it kind of
Thank you so much, Blue. And I don't know if Lex is there. I don't know if he wants to say anything or not. I mean, I don't know, but thank you, Blue, for letting me talk.
no problem, no problem. Appreciate you, sis. All right, peace, peace. You got anything you want to say yet, Lex?
Yeah, peace. I'm just listening. Emily, you good, man? You know you are. I mean, you're always good over here with us. I mean, people have said worse things. I would let it go. Um, people will get over that. There's been worse things said, so um, I mean, we all can see that you were a good person, and we all get caught up in moments. So everybody know Emily is not a racist against black people. I mean, you're black yourself, so you may be mixed or whatever, but so I think that you may be feeding into it more than other people are. We love you. You good.
Makes
Thank you,
people that
Lex.
want to be like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. But this whole shit here is silly. This whole shit here is silly. It's always good to be on my nigga platform. You know? That's why hey, stop eating that. Stop eating that.
What up, Domo? How you doing, man?
Oh, hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh shit. What's good with it, Lex? What's cracking?
Yeah, man. The baby looks growing big and strong, man. Beautiful, beautiful baby, man.
Yeah, I appreciate
It makes me feel bad about me threatening to kill you and your baby. Man. Yeah, man. You got a beautiful son,
I
man.
feel bad about it now.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. He bad as fuck. Get him on. Give me this. Yeah, nah, I appreciate it. I see you on your positivity shit now. I can dig it.
Yeah. Yeah. My positivity shit. Nah, I'm just being, man. Just being, bro. But yeah, what's up with you and Melvin, man?
Melvin claimed that he was trying to clear the air. You know
Yeah, you went, but I gotta be honest, don't seem like you wanted to let him. Like, so
if we being honest, what it was is when he asked me why, like, pretty much what my frustration was, right? I broke it down. I gave it to him. This was the first sign of something was amiss, right? What I actually had a problem with him about, I said it. But then the nigga kept like digging, like, is that it? Is that everything? Is that it? And I'm like, nigga, I said what I had a problem with. And then when he kept saying, like, is that it? Is that it? Then I was like, bro, all that other shit you heard me say, the shit about what's it called? The fallacy or of quote mining, all that other shit, the constant shit. That shit ain't I'm talking shit, but that's not the problem. I said what the problem was. You feel me?
So what?
The response,
what exactly?
Let
me just ask you, what exactly is the offense?
The offense is not a personal offense at all.
What is it?
The offense is what niggas contributed to the downfall of season 4.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying.
What is that contribution?
Just
Just be a little bit more precise about the contribution to the downfall of season 4. What exactly did Melvin contribute to that?
So, all through season 3, right? All through season 3, season 2 and season 3, niggas was like, respect the judges, respect the judges. We saying this so that we can create a culture of camaraderie amongst not just the debaters but with the judges as well. Right? Like we all would be invested in it, right? So going into the end, like when we get to the end and we in the finals, and these niggas all do a tie, right? Melvin wasn't the only judge. So when I'm talking shit about the judges that fucked up at the end, I'm not just talking about him, but he was one of them. So them all doing that tie created distrust amongst the debaters and the judges. Because the debaters had already been like, we don't like that tie shit. Because it happened already with Garfield. So when we telling them like, nah, that tie, that wasn't cool. That was, these niggas is looking at us like, nah, we did what we did because we could. So what? And it's like, nah, but now you got debaters mad at the commissioner because the commissioner had to make the decision instead of the judges, right? Like, so we are like, Taz already moved how he moved. Niggas just gave him an excuse to be even more kind of irate about the way this shit ended, right? And so while we trying to tell the judges like, hey, like, yo, we like let's kind of keep this relationship, know what I'm saying, productive, the judges is like, nope, we making more rules. Y'all need to listen to us. We don't gotta take y'all consideration. We ain't gotta listen to y'all. We got the rules, and that's it. And niggas is like, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all are our judges. We trust y'all to make certain decisions on our behalf. But if we have a contentious relationship, then it makes it harder for debaters to trust the judge's decision. Didn't make a difference. So like, no,
Okay.
this is what we make rules, this is what we stand on. And then after furthering to deteriorate the relationship between the judges and the debaters, then niggas is like, all right, fuck this league, we out. It's like, nah. Y'all contribute. Like, so when niggas look back and be like, see, y'all ain't even get through, y'all niggas contributed to that. That's my point.
Right.
And the thing about it is, I wasn't just saying him, he was just a part of the shit. But to him, it's, oh, you said my name for 6 hours. You said, nigga, I said a bunch of names, nigga. You the only one that's still mad about it.
Okay. So the root of the matter is what happened with season 4. The judges maybe making some decision and actions that caused distrust in the league and causing a problem between the trust of the debaters and the judges that ultimately affected the whole vibration of the league, which you felt Melvin was a great contributor to that dynamic. And so, but
I wouldn't even say great. He was just,
huh?
No, I wouldn't even say great contributor. He was just a contributor.
Right. Okay. So he was a contributor to it. But let's go to another. Let's keep digging to the root. So, and let's just be honest about it. And I want you to be honest as a person that understands debate, who had a whole career in debate. Were the judges, and this is not to, slight the judges at all, but do you think any of the people that were chosen to judge were actually qualified to judge in the first place?
Given the circumstances, yes.
What do you mean, given the circumstance? I mean, either you're qualified or not. It doesn't really, regardless of what's going on around. I'm talking about just in pure debate, ethics, and knowledge.
I'll say yes, based on the fact that there is a such thing as lay judges, and lay judges are people that judge debate that's not really privy to, debate.
All right, so I think my point is the root of the matter is that the foundation from the beginning was going to lead to this because, with all due respect to Melvin and the other judges, they are not professional judges and they're not experts in debate. So I think that we can all come to reconciliation and realize that, well, that's the root of the problem, and that will continue as long as that happens. So, and that goes back, and it's not to slight. I'm not saying it's Solar's fault, but as the commissioner, you know what I'm saying, and running a league, if you want to avoid that, the root of the problem is you got to get professional, qualified judges. So that with that, we can alleviate everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? And I think you know that best. So just because I think we're accepting mediocrity to say, okay, because we're just, I don't know, Solar Vision Debate League, we're going to accept the fact that, I don't know, we can't get professional qualified judges and we're just going to do it the ghetto way and just pick people out of the audience to be a judge. So that would be the root of the problem. And I think you allowed that. So you have to take on some of the responsibility as a professional judge and a professional debater, with all due respect, you allowed mediocrity for the sake of just having a league when the judges were not qualified.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just
So
but the reality of it is though, that's the reality of judging debates, period. Like collegiate policy debate, niggas be like, professional judges. Man, listen, I done had some trash motherfuckers judging me in some pretty important debate rounds. They was not qualified. Like I'm talking about this out rounds, quarterfinals, octafinals, finals. You know what I'm saying? In my like, so it's like that's the reality of it. Like you're never gonna you're never gonna get perfect.
I was a ball player, and sometimes I mean we used to play pickup games. No, I meant chip game, a championship game, and the referees didn't show up, and so in order to have the game, we had to have referees. So we actually picked some people out of the crowd to be refs. And we actually told them before the game that, we're going to give you a break because we know this is not what y'all do, but we need your services in order to have the game. So during the game, they was making all type of crazy calls and stuff, but you really couldn't get mad. So I think if you take that attitude, that alleviates whatever you have with Melvin. Now Melvin we know he's well studied, and we know more than some of the other judges because he's like into information. But to be honest, he's not a professional judge. And not only that, in order for him to even go to the professional level, he was not getting paid to even to embark on being more professional. So the root of the issue is not with any of the individuals for y'all to be mad at each other. It's in the structure and the foundation that was laid down that everyone accepted. And I'm just saying, so moving forward, I think with that in mind, everybody can alleviate the blame on the individuals and just tighten up the structure, and everybody just come back and move forward and tighten up the structure, even where it's like people didn't want to pay to be in the league and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think sometimes we black people, in order to have something, we allow mediocrity in order for it to function. So for instance, to make it mandatory, every debater has to pay $10. So we might be scared to say, well, we might not get debaters. But if there's only 10 debaters at that point, we're doing better than paying $10, because now we got at least $100 a month that we can pay judges to invest more in their professionalism. So it's on Solarmine and Angel and people like you who know the debate league to tighten up the structure, and it alleviates all the individual pressure. You understand what I'm saying? So honestly, bro,
I get it.
you can't be mad at Melvin, because I'm just saying I think you should take one last thing. I think you should take more responsibility and accountability for season 4, because I've been saying this to you since the beginning. You got people like your homegirl, the little cutie over there, and homeboy that's been running for me in that debate, Consciously, and I'm just taking a shot. Consciously and Toya G, right? That you didn't bring them in because you knew it was mediocre, and you knew they wouldn't be a part of it. So I'm blaming you.
That's cool. I take that blame, right? In that stream, I also said that. In the stream when that he talking about, where I said his name, I also put some blame on myself. But because look, this is the thing, like Melvin's name was mentioned along with the other judges who the main reason I was doing the stream was talking shit about Yara specifically. Melvin's name only got mentioned because he was one of the judges. He turning this into, oh, you better with me and all this other shit. Nigga, I mentioned your name because you did some shit that happened in our debate. The main nigga, the whole reason I did that stream, when I said the stream was titled SVDL that was doing you niggas a favor.
When you did this stream?
I had to do, bro, this had to be like a week ago.
Oh, okay. This is recent. You was spitting fire recently. Okay. So, so come on, bro. Like, bro, if I was to do a stream right now and say anything about Domo, you'd be like F Lex and everything he had. So, I mean, come on. Like,
hold on, but Lex, you have done streams though. And I ain't up in there. When the last time I did a stream mentioning Lex?
No, I'm just saying though, the fact. So I'm just saying you don't expect Melvin to have a reaction if, I mean, you mentioned his name, but
he can have a reaction. I'm not tripping. That's why I'm here. Because the nigga said he wanted to come and clear the air. Okay, cool. I'll come clear the air. I did mention your name, nigga.
Did you say some, like, did you say anything that was like implying that he was like just on some BS and not being genuine about what he was doing?
When we first started the conversation? Are you talking about like today?
When you did your stream?
No, but see, that's the thing. When I did my stream, the reason why I did my stream is because Yara embarrassed himself. And niggas was calling him a fraud and all other type of shit, right? And I'm like, nigga, we knew you was a fraud, nigga. You was doing fraudulent shit over here, but we gave you respect, nigga, because we fucked with you. You know what I'm saying? That was the stream was really sparked by some shit Yara did. I talked more about Yara than I did Melvin. To be honest. Because this is after I watched him and Garfield go back and forth. And I was like, the same bullshit he would do over here, he tried to pull it over there, and it looked even worse, him trying to pull it over there. Over here, he could do it because it was a bunch of niggas that fucked with him. But then when he did it over there, it was like, nope, nigga, that shit don't fly, nigga.
You talking about over on Saw TV?
Nah, he was when it not Lex, Yara and the other nigga Garfield was on Marine TV.
Oh, okay. So Melvin, where you at? What up, Melvin? How you doing, bro?
Hey, what's going on, man?
So you said you wanted to clear it up. What did you want to clear up though?
Yeah, so my intent was to clear up why he was upset about my judgments, and he mentioned things like, we left the league. When we left, he said the problem had left. I wanted to know what that problem was. And then in the stream, he mentioned things like quote mining and some other stuff. And I really wanted to have all that out on the table and addressed so I could understand why he did the 6 hour stream. And that's it. That's my intent.
All right. So you don't feel like you feel like your judgments, there was nothing personal in your judgments.
Correct.
There was no influence between the things that happened between Khonsu and Domo and Timo, Cyrus and Domo. Because I gotta be honest, I heard Khonsu throwing out that word quote mining way before you started applying it to Domo.
Right. But when I gave earlier in the show, I gave Domo the definition for quote mining, which is quoting out of context. And he agreed that that's what it is. So
are you telling me that the great Domo, the best debater on YouTube, who understands logical fallacies, don't know when he's just quote mining, bro?
I'm not saying he doesn't know. I'm saying there are instances where he tries to get away with it.
I can't believe that. I got to be honest. And I think that's where the problem comes in, where Domo would feel disrespected. He's way too seasoned to be quote mining. So in context,
you thought I was doing that on purpose? And I ain't gonna respond to nothing, but I just want some clarity. You said I try to get away with it every now and again. You thought that I purposely would put evidence in there that don't really say what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Okay.
That's where it becomes an issue. Now you're questioning his integrity as a debater, and I think maybe you perceive it like that, and you may want to apologize for having that perception, because Domo takes debating seriously, bro, and you know that. There's no way, and I gotta admit, and everyone knows, like, I beat up Domo. You know what I'm saying? Domo's like my rogue student or whatever. But we got to admit, there's no way I could contemplate that Domo is quote mining, trying to get away with it as a debater. That's like saying that, an English teacher who's serious about grammar put a comma in the wrong place on purpose, even because they thought they could get away with it. So I
That's
think
not.
I think you owe them an apology for that.
I understand what you're saying, Lex. That analogy is not a good analogy. The better usage of an analogy is like a fighter using an illegal move in the fights. Now, a seasoned fighter knows that this is an illegal move, but they will still use it because it's intentional. Now, if they get away with it, then it's up to their discretion.
Right.
If they choose to use it again, and it's up to the other debater to choose if they want to acknowledge that it was a illegal move. It's also up to the referee to determine if the move that was made was illegal if they caught it. That
I hear what you're saying, but at this point that you are questioning his integrity. It's like saying he's Mike Tyson biting somebody's ear in a way. Like, so
yes,
do you see where that could be a contention?
yes, and I told him every time that I mentioned in my notes that he was coal mining, I did not penalize him for it.
Now, let me ask you this, though. Is there a such thing as quoting something that may appear to be quote mining, but in context, there's more to it? So it's not really quote mining. So he can quote something, but in context, if it's really evidence behind the quote, like, if I pull out an article and I quote something, right, that just supports what I'm saying, I may not I might not read the whole thing with all the information, but if you was to read the rest of it, it supports what I'm saying, but the evidence behind the quote also supports it.
Yeah, but that's not quote mining. Quote mining would be having a source and quoting from a source.
Give us one example where Domo quote mined in a debate. Can you recall any one time?
It's been a while since I judged. I think the last time I judged was January of this year. So it's been a while since I judged any
All
debate.
right,
So
but
no, I don't.
okay, so let's do this. You do realize now, you may have perceived it like that, but either way, to the boxer, what you're saying is offensive. So do you have a problem with apologizing for questioning his debate integrity, even though you perceive it like that?
I mean, yeah, I can apologize for that. That's not a problem.
Okay. Well, go ahead and do it, brother.
Oh, well, yeah, my bad for critiquing your integrity, your debate integrity, Domo.
Now, let me ask Domo real quick. Domo.
Let me say this. Let me say this. I appreciate that, bro. Cause like that's exactly like what Lex is saying right there is like exactly what the issue is. Like I tell you, I some shit that I tried to get away with is not sourcing. I tell you that. Like
I
not
know
putting
that.
my source at the bottom, but and when you called me out on that, it wasn't no fight. It wasn't no pushback. Because
It
I knew
was
that.
it was one time.
No, it was. I was mad because I'm like, bro, none of these other niggas cite shit, but I had to accept that. Like I was mad because I'm like, bro, y'all like niggas let other niggas get away with too much shit. So yeah, but in terms of you saying that was something I didn't do, I didn't say that was wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, but To flat out say, because bro, I'm serious. When you tell me I'm quote mining, you saying I lost the debate. Because my rhetoric is one thing. That's secondary to me. My evidence gotta be on point. That's what I took the pride in the most in SVDL, is being a evidence-oriented debater. It's not just me saying it. I'm not saying nothing if it's not being explained by a study, by research, by whatever. So what you saying, when you saying I'm quote mining, you saying I'm losing those debates because my evidence ain't matching what I'm saying.
I'm not saying you're losing the debate. I'm saying what the author's intent was, the author whom you quoted, what their intent was and what your intent is are two completely different things.
And real
Bro,
quick, let me say
that's
this,
capping though.
Domo.
Go ahead.
You do realize that because of who you are, there's more on us, and it's really a compliment. There's a spotlight on Domo more than so. Yeah, you can't get away with stuff that Rabbi Lewis would do, bro. You know what I'm saying? So while I can see why it's offensive, it's also complimentary. It's like, okay, it's Michael Jordan. If he travels, I'm not giving him nothing. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? The Jordan rule, bro. Like, yeah. So, I think
Nah,
Melvin has a respect for you in the sense where it's like, nah, bro. I know you may get away with that with them. And even though the perception may be a little skewed, but it's like, bro, I know you. You can't, you got to have enough respect for me as a judge that I know that you know debate. So if you even look like you quote mine and Mr. Michael Jordan, like the little push off Jordan had, they let him get away with
The
that, that,
handshake?
that little handshake. It's like, nah, bro, we ain't giving you that over here. You see what I'm saying? So I think it's all miscommunication and understanding because it's really complimentary. Everyone knows Domo's the best debater outside of Lex Vortex. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
can I speak, man? What's up, y'all? Can I speak this constant?
Ah man, dog, you came in with a great attitude. What up, Consul? How you
What
doing?
up, what up, what up? Oh, it's all good, man. Ain't nothing to trip on. I just want to clear this up. I've been sitting here listening to this. With all due respect, I've debated and done these things at the collegiate level and have a track record of it, a verifiable one. And I've always took pride in not cheating. This is what's irritating me with this whole process. I don't have to cheat. I wasn't getting paid,
Hey,
number
Consul, you
one.
do know we were just getting over a hump, though. It seems
Oh,
like
yeah, I
you.
know that.
All
But
right,
let me make
you
this clear.
go ahead, man.
I want to make this clear. Quote mining does not infer lack of integrity. There was a lot of quote mining and data mining. That doesn't mean Domo didn't have high quality debates. As a matter of fact, I spent more time complimenting Domo than anyone else. To the point, I said, man, I want this brother part of Black intelligentsia. And I meant that sincerely. Okay? There's no need to cheat from a judge's perspective when we were all given our time freely. And we were actually volunteering while others were getting paid. Okay? Let's make that abundantly clear. Okay? The channel is monetized. And we still gave up of our time. And I would never undermine or cheat someone out of a competition. And that's the one thing. If you studied debate, you know that quote mining does not infer that you're a legal or dirty debater. Does not mean that. And on top of it, I never judge a debate without giving the debater the opportunity to cite whatever they wanted to. Most debaters couldn't debate Domo on a level high enough to cite him for anything that might have been a problem. Domo was heads and shoulders above everyone. And the scores were indicative throughout the season. So I just wanted to clear that up, man, because
Yeah. To say
this
that
stuff needs
though,
to stop.
I gotta give you some pushback. If that is the case, it's not up to the judge to say Domo is quote mining,
No,
unless
I never
No,
Lex,
hold
let
on.
me make it clear again. Hold on 1 second. I never used that as criteria to judge Domo.
Exactly.
I never did
No,
that.
that's not what Melvin. That's not what you just said, bro.
What I said was whenever I mention quote mining the Domo, it's always in notes. And I told him on air here that I never penalized him every single time
But
I
why?
told him he was quote
I
mining.
get it, but why would you mention it in the notes if
Because it's
the
critique of like
debater?
Well, let's
Hold on,
like
brother,
because I
real
actually,
quick.
cause to be honest, like we can disagree about whether or not I was quote mining, right? Like I'm gonna say I'm not, I wasn't, because like I said, I only like I practice. The first thing my coach taught me was fuck all the bullshit. The best evidence wins around. Period. So when somebody's telling me that I'm quote mining, that I'm using the evidence I'm using is out of context, I'm always gonna push back on that and challenge that, because if there's a question about what and how this piece of evidence applies to what I'm saying, it's been explained in the debate. Because I read the evidence and say what this means is, and I relate it to what it is, my overall argument in the first place. But fuck all that though, right?
Hold on,
Because
Domo,
if we
real
really
quick,
talking
bro.
about
I
what my
just want to,
problem,
Domo. Let me
hold
just
on, if we really
clarify
talking about what
something in
my
the convo.
problem was, like that's secondary. Because like I said, my personal shit in the debate league was always minuscule compared to what I want the debate league to be. My issue with the judges had to do with the relationship that they did not have with the debaters, and the question of in terms of trusting the decisions being made because of how debaters were talked about, right? Like so, like for example, when I complained about Kansu, I'm not complaining about how Kansu talked about me. I'm talking. My issue was with how Kansu compared Chris to other debaters, and then had to judge him versus other debaters.
Yo,
Because then what
Domo.
happens is,
That goes back to the structure I said, because the judges shouldn't have any relationships with the debaters, which goes back to
right?
structure, bro.
No, I agree. I agree. But that's what I'm saying though. And so even though we started going in that direction, it was like, all right, cool, we take it like that. But then it wasn't a flip side to it. It was just constant berating of the debate league and the debaters. But then like, all right, now I'm about to judge you. You feel me? Like there was never this, there was never an attempt, like in all these different instances, for the judges, and specifically from the head judge perspective, to actually to do better to maintain the relationships with everybody, and not necessarily from, oh, we got to be best friends, but like, nah, it's a mutual respect that I have for you as a competitor,
Domo, can I
and
say
that
something
was
to you, bro?
lost.
I want to say something to you
Yeah, go ahead.
respectfully, Domo. I don't
Go
think
ahead.
you understand what was going on behind the scenes. As far as me
I
being
probably
when
don't.
I was a head
I'll tell you
judge,
that.
when I was a head judge, I didn't ask to step down. I was replaced with no warning. It was stuff that I wanted implemented that was shot down by your commissioner. Okay. There were certain fail safes that should have been put in place that was intentionally not done. Okay. And so it's not going to look even, not going to look fair when it's only coming from one side. There's a
Yeah.
reason why all of us as judges took a stand and said we're not putting up with it anymore. We just didn't randomly walk out. Melvin and a couple of the other judges worked extremely hard setting the rules and keeping things balanced. Okay. So this is why this kind of situation culminates, and I can really respect where Lex is coming from. When I'm if the videos haven't been taken down, once a week I was giving tips on how to debate, how to present. Because the school of debating I come from, we don't even use freaking PowerPoints. That's like riding a bicycle with training wheels in the debate world. So it was a totally different animal that was matriculated into by a lot of debaters. And some debaters were freaking subpar, Domo. They might not have been as good as you, but they shouldn't have even been debating you. The parity was not there. So you're not going to get the ebb and flow that you're looking for if you don't have parity. And then you want the judges to consistently judge debates that don't have parity. It's not that easy. And once we left the fold, the judging even got worse to the point that the season had to be ended. Wasn't like that when we were there. So I'm not going to sit there
Got
and
you.
just accept that we had this ineptitude
Yeah,
and not willing to reach out to you guys because that's all we were
yeah.
trying to do. We were
I
being
wouldn't. I
screwed.
didn't even get a chance to get to that part when discussing season four. Like, it's a lot going on that y'all have no clue what's going on. So,
But
like,
that's
I could.
why. But I mean, respectfully though, that's why what I'm talking about has nothing to do with that.
It does,
I'm talking about. I'm talking about two specific isms: paternalism and favoritism.
and it has a lot to do with what happened with season four.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. We can say that, but at the
I'm
same
not just
time,
saying like I'm. All right, so here you go. So the reason why us judges stepped down prior to all of that, there was um a situation where Anonymous had came back to join the league again, and this time he wanted to participate in helping debaters. Now, you remember the discussion where several of the debaters got together and said, you know, some of the lower tier debaters needed to go. They need to be kicked out, membership completely revoked because they don't belong. Slackers, is what they were called. And we all pushed up against that, pushed back against that because a debater, you know, maybe has issues setting up a PowerPoint or maybe has issues with their argumentation doesn't mean that they don't have the right to participate. So after the pushback, Anonymous comes back and says, you know what? Since we can't kick out the bottom tier debaters, let me help them. I want to set up a situation where I'm helping the bottom tier debaters get better, sort of like tutor them. And so, you know, Head Judge Yara, myself, Daniel Heru, and uh, Judge Free Spirit, we all thought that that was a good idea. We said, you know, let's talk to Solar, get his approval, and if he's down with it, we'll get started on that. Because this is something we've been wanting to do for season five. A lot of stuff that we had planned to prepare for, a lot of the issues that were had in season three, a lot of the issues between judges and debaters, a lot of that we wanted to change to season four. But because season four had already started and you guys are already like really halfway through, we didn't want to change the rules smack dab in the middle of the season. So we said, you know what? Let's save everything for season five. Solar agreed. Season five, the new changes, parity with the judges and the debaters get fixed. And that's when we started having judges and debater meetings. We solo over the phone. That's the beginning of something we had already put together. So basically, right after Anonymous and you know us had that conversation, Yara talks to Solar. Solar says it's fine that he can come back and he can do the tutorship for the debaters. Um, when Yara gets back with us, he says, you know what, Solar okayed it. You guys can get started. So before we even get started, Anonymous goes on the Argument League and you know shouts out to Swell saying, "Hey, I'm back. Officially, I'm back, and I'm assisting the debaters along with the judges, and everybody has a fit. Some of the debaters have a fit, and so does Solar. Now we have a meeting behind the scenes with Solar, and he's saying, you know, first of all, I didn't know that this is happening. And so we talked, we find out, you know what? He did say that yes, Anonymous could come back and yes, Anonymous could help the debaters, but he didn't know the details. Now, again, after getting the okay from him, we didn't know he didn't know the details. So, you know, we said, okay, fine. We don't want something like that happening without, you know, the details. And then he's like, you know what? I had no problem with it. Had he came back and said, I'm not going to debate, but I'm going to go ahead and just let you train and tutor the debaters. At this point, we're like, we just want to move on, finish the season. Maybe we'll reintroduce in season 5. So we try to finish the season. Swab then sends a petition to the judges uh, from Solar to do the same exact thing that Anonymous wanted to do. The problem is the idea was came up with Anonymous. So as judges, we all declined because we understood that that wasn't even our idea to help tutor debaters. That's not something that we're supposed to be doing. So we declined it. After the declining, there was another meeting between Solar, the judges, and Suave. In this meeting, things got heated, and basically, the understanding was, they're still upset over anonymous situation, but because anonymous thing couldn't have went down, Suave doing the same thing. Why shouldn't it go down? And we all got as judges got hung up on. We got hung up on, all of us. Some of us, like myself, even tried calling back and got no answer. So we realized that that was a heated situation, but debates are going on. There was actually 2 debates for that week that were already scheduled. So we're like, you know what? We're just gonna continue finishing out the season and judge these debates. We're not gonna make any more changes or anything, and just wrap the season up. And none of us got a call for judging those 2 debates. Then we hear on the channel, another channel, that Solomon's talking about he's discussing with his judges and he wants to replace them. So at this point, I've already judged 6 straight debates. That means the last 6 debates prior to us leaving, I've judged every single one. And they happened all relatively closely. So rescheduling my schedule, making sure I'm available. And then at times when other judges could not show up, emergencies, whatever, I volunteered because I'm present. And it's like, no, thank you, no nothing. But now all of a sudden we hear about the ambush coming, and it's like, nah, we're not finna get ambushed like that when we put all this time in. So we all get together and we're like, you know what? We put a lot of work in. A lot of our ideas are still going to be used because I'm hearing it. And we're like, you know what? We're going to go ahead and just step down, you know. And we did it respectfully on a non debate league associated channel. So that way it doesn't cause problems with the debate platform. And that's how we did
Yeah,
that.
but you hold on, but Melvin, you doing this at that time. Nobody knew that Chris wasn't in the league no more because
No,
he quit. Y'all.
nothing.
So when
Well,
you
we
so but
didn't, we
I'm just
didn't,
saying.
we
So when you
didn't,
say
we
that it was on
didn't.
a non-debate affiliated platform, nah, bro, like that was as far
But
as as
we
far as
we
we was
didn't. But
concerned.
we didn't know that Chris was quitting on the spot like that either. What I mean by non-debate league associated platform is the debate league itself or the argument league. We didn't want any connections with it because we didn't want people wondering about what's going on behind the scenes on the debate league. So that's why we did it on Chris's platform. But none of us expected Chris to quit like he did from the debate league. That was all a shocker to us at the moment.
Right. So here's the good news that obviously a lot of this comes down to miscommunication and emotions, and
Definitely.
to be honest, and Solomon just has to become a better manager. I mean, that's not no shot at him, but and I think that's why they ended the season. I think the good news is that all of this is really not a bad thing because through all of that is the learning and growing process. You know what I'm saying? 4 seasons. So season 5, like all of this had to be done in order to know what needed to be done to move forward and be successful. And the bottom line is it's not the debaters, it's not the judges, Y'all are just participating in something. Solar and Angel, and I think they realize it.
Yeah.
They see they have to be better managers. So like when you go in a restaurant, man, if I don't get my food, I ain't going to the waiter. I want to talk to the manager. And Solar has to become, and I think he will and has through this experience, he mismanaged some things. Now it's not all on him because obviously the debaters were not perfect, the judges are not perfect, but it still falls on the manager. I don't care what happened at McDonald's. I don't care how insufficient the person at the cash register is. Get me your manager because my Big Mac is cold. And the person at the cash register might catch some heat, but I'm trying to talk to the manager because at the end of the day, that's who's running the show. And so
Right.
it that's where it falls on. So I think that Solar and Angel, they are Angel brings a lot to the table in terms of structure. And I think that this is all means season 5 is just gonna be the shit. Now everybody just get their shit together, chill out. There's miscommunication. You motherfuckers don't hardly even know each other. Emotions ran, people got egos, but we all learned something during that process, and now you can do something great. The thing that's gonna decide where it is now is all of this gonna be a learning experience that makes season 5 that the structure is set up by Soul and Angel, this can't even happen because the structure is so tight. And I think that's what they're working on. The only thing that has to be worked on now is the judges and debaters have to let go of all their egotistical emotions that happen during the seasons and realize, okay, we have the opportunity to be great and to make money and to do whatever else and to make this a great thing. So all of that was just a learning experience. Remember, this is it has never been a debate league on YouTube like this in the history of Earth. So you're already doing something great. Just take it as a learning experience. Let the shit go and move on and be great in season 5. And Solar Mind has to take complete accountability so y'all don't have to argue about it. That's what a manager does. You know what? That's my fault. I should have managed y'all better. I should have made better decisions. So
that's what I'm saying though. Like those, I mean, the thing about it is those conversations already been had. That's why Solomon ain't doing no fucking streams on this shit. That nigga, he all the detachments he didn't already made. Cause I feel like I said repeatedly, is the niggas he put in position fell short, from my perspective. In terms
and that's
of
his fault.
Contributing. I mean, shit. However you want to look at it.
No, Domo, you can't do that though. Like it's not a shot. It's not.
But that's what I'm saying. We've already had them conversations though. So
okay, I'm just saying, moving forward though, don't ever say
the shit that. But listen, because this shit stemmed from me, right? The shit that I was talking again, and I ain't even got nothing personal against Yara. That's why I'm mad. I gotta keep saying this shit. This shit was about Yara and how bad he was looking, and how niggas called this nigga a fraud, and how we showed that nigga love, and then it trickled down to, and we showed Melvin love. That's what it trickled down to. That's why this whole I'm bitter. I'm not. I saw some shit on YouTube that I was like, I want to comment about this shit. Nigga, like when shit was dying down, nigga, I've been chill. Nigga, I ain't got no ill will to none of this shit. But the reality is though, when you say like it was my responsibility, and when we talk about the structure, right? The structure is only as good as the talent. And we can say Solar's fault. But then it's like, nigga, look at the talent pool the nigga was pulling from.
No, I disagree with that, bro. The structure is only good as the talent.
Like, let's be honest. Like, let's be honest. The appeal of Solar Vision Debate League was if you can't get on side,
Well,
That's where niggas came from.
that's wrong right there too, though. Even that, like,
Nah, Lex. I know you have more in terms of understanding the foundation of where the league came from. I'm saying what the appeal was for niggas that saw the structure. Like niggas was like, well, shit, I can get on this panel. I can get my shit off on this panel. I can come fuck with these niggas. I can get on the panel. I can have a conversation. I can have a debate with niggas that I've seen on other places on the internet. I can have a debate against Judah Nazareth. I can have a debate against Lex. I can't do that on other panels, on other channels. That's what the appeal was. Because that's where all the Bible debates and shit stem from. So we can be honest about that. And it was
yeah,
and the thing is, it was taking something that was one thing and then turning it into something else. But it was too much of people holding on to that one thing. You know what I
okay,
mean? That's why it's like, okay, niggas could be mad at Solar about whatever. But at the same time, niggas was too paternalistic. We keep telling y'all, like, hey, we having some trust issues. These niggas is like, more rules. That ain't got shit to do with Solar.
yeah, but
That got to do with us.
yeah, but
Like
you make
judges and
Yara.
debaters, period.
With all respect to Yara, this is what I mean by management, bro. I mean, you can't get out of it. You can't, like, Yara had issues as a debater, and then you go make him the head judge. That's bad management, man.
But I mean, nah, I think it was. I think the idea was.
And like I
I
said,
think the
it's not an
idea.
attack on so. I think Sola may realize these things. Like, you can't make Yara a head judge, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
know, but still, we tried though. That's the. I think, and that's what Melvin missed. That stream was like, nigga, we fucked with y'all. That's what that stream was. Like, if we strip away all the ego and all the shit talking, I didn't say it numerous times. Everybody that has left Solo Vision Debate League has been a loss. Everybody. Because everybody had the potential to be able to turn the league into. We had the personalities to do it. The personality, we just needed to match the level of scholarship and the diligence to the activity.
but
To
you
the
got the
personality.
Clippers, like, and I think too, like, talking about the low tier debaters, and they don't that that in anything. I mean, in the NBA, you had the Clippers that was horrible forever. That's always gonna be a thing. So low tier was not the problem, bro. That's when you say talent, the structure is only good as the because when you have a certain structure in place, it doesn't matter what anyone does. Like when you enter, a place that has rules and it's set up, like, you can't do certain. It don't matter. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you go
But that's the
to
thing, though. That's
China,
why, like, yeah.
if you go to China, man, and the communists, they got rules, but like, you look at that girl over there from the NBA, they about to give her 10 years in Russia. Like,
Brittany Griner, yeah.
they don't play with whatever. So it's like,
Right? No. That's true. That's true. And that's where I agree. That's why I feel like shit been lenient, because it's like we saying it should have been more rules, but niggas couldn't, like, niggas push back against the rules that was there. Niggas left because of the rules that was there. But then when niggas is like, okay, cool, we finally got the right, balance of rules and other shit. Now let's work on building this trust, because the biggest complaint everybody leaving the league was it was rigged. It was rigged. The judges, it was rigged. So we can't grow if the perception exists that the validation is the competition. You know what I'm
right, but
saying?
those are the
So that's
growing
why it's like,
pains, though, because the rules. See what I'm saying? That's why season 5 is going to be great, because think about it. You're talking about the evolution. So these rules are being done like in real time. So it's like it wasn't really structured and established like it will be in season 5. Like let's, like, you change, like, if the NBA changed the traveling rule in mid-season, you know what I'm saying? Like, players are gonna have a hard time adjusting. So and I'm gonna just end with this and say, all of that was growing pains for Solomon. You know what I'm saying? And it shows because the fact that he had to adjust certain rules during the season shows that those things wasn't foundationally thought out before it even began. Now, when the next season start, all these things should be put in place and solid, and everyone knows and understands from the beginning what's going on. If you got something going on and you trying to correct things in real time, there's gonna be growing pains. Because I'm used to being able to take 2 steps. Okay, now you say you can only take 1.5 steps, and that's a travel. Okay, well that's an adjustment period. It's uncomfortable. And then you got people. I remember because you remember at certain times people were confused. Like, I thought the rules was this, and I thought, hold on, I thought, and it was like confusion and time. So that's all growing pains, man. So yeah, Solar's gonna get better, man. But at the end of the day, it falls on Solar. And as anybody who runs a company or anything, you have to take the accountability of, of your company. You cannot ever blame the employees or the people working for you and all that. Because when it comes down to it, people are going to say, well, what's going on? So that was all evolution and growing pains. The fact that rules were being changed. Okay, we got to implement this rule now because of what? That shows you that you didn't know what you was doing. That's not a sight to anyone. When you go on any expedition and you're finding out, you didn't know all this stuff was you didn't know, like, okay, this is going to pop up. That's called business. Like, okay, wow, I found out that, I got to put the coffee in a different type of mug because people are spilling it when they leave the damn, you see what I'm saying? So all of that was just growing pains for Solar. He has to become a better manager and has to adapt the structure of excellence to where when people come in, the expectation is there, the rules are there, it's clear, but that takes experience. That's why I tell you, businesses, even in businesses, it takes 5 years to 10 years before business begins to thrive. So you really, you just beginning. Like, if you just look at it as business,
Nah, I know. That's
you
like
see what I'm saying?
yeah, like that's where I see it from. And that's why, like, this is what I'm saying. The stream that I did was not complaining about people leaving. I'm talking shit about niggas looking bad, doing the shit they was doing over here in other places. Specifically Yara. You know what I'm saying? But I'm mad that got missed because that was my main point. You know what I'm saying? I did mention Melvin's name did come up. So it's like, okay, cool. We'll have a conversation about what I was saying about you. Because we was talking shit in the chat. But best believe, bro, like this shit, the stream I did was to point out how. Because at the end of the day, whether it's Melvin, whether it's anybody else, whether it was yourself, Lex, niggas got love and respect at SVDL. Period. There was Lex had a reign at SVDL. Melvin had was considered one of the most respectful judges at SVDL. Yara was literally an elder to the Hebrew niggas. Niggas had respect. Niggas got passes. Niggas was like, yeah, because we fuck with y'all. You know what I mean? And then all the behind the scenes shit is shit that should have just been handled behind the scenes. Now, me personally, I do believe that, if anonymous, you know what I'm saying? Like, because at the time, I felt like, because I knew about all this shit that niggas is talking about. At the time, if niggas didn't like the job that Suave was doing, because that part got ignored, because that caused a lot of drama. If niggas didn't like the job that Suave was doing, niggas should have said something about it. Niggas should have told him that. That's me included. Because I didn't like the job he was doing either, but he was my nigga, so I kind of just went along with a lot of the bullshit too. I blame myself for a lot of the shit that happened season 3 too. Because we was having conversations behind the scenes where it was like, y'all see all this beef between, Taz's audience and then other niggas, yeah, we can't let that keep taking over the panels. We said this behind the scenes.
Yeah, that was an underrated little episode and time period too, in terms of the destruction.
The destruction. Nah, but that's where I take responsibility though. And if niggas hear me talk, I say because me feeling like, all right, on one hand it was like
Yeah, because you had your pom poms on for a second for that crazy
nah,
nonsense.
nigga, it wasn't nigga, it wasn't no pom poms. Nah, it wasn't no pom poms.
But
Because you know what it was, nigga. I would be the nigga over here, nigga. A nigga say some fly shit about black women, and then I'll be the nigga over here going back and forth.
yeah.
Like,
So you was kind of you had a
yeah,
little backup.
so I can admit I was kind of with the shit a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? I was with the shit a little bit because it was like, yeah, you motherfuckers thought it was some, you know what I'm saying, the game, whatever. But it wasn't like I was nigga like, nigga, I'm trying to fit in. Like, nah, these motherfuckers that agree with me. You know what I mean? Because when I was running the panel, it wasn't that. I'm like, nah, nigga, we keeping it on what it is. But the problem was, we all decided, me and Suave, which was really the only niggas that was doing streams, we decided we was gonna be better moderators. You feel me? So instead of letting it implode into, all you divestors is killing black babies and like, nah, y'all need to like instead of letting it become that, so niggas start acting wild, we can stop it before it get there.
Yeah, that was
before it get there. Nigga, the very next day, this nigga Suave is letting I think it was Moonflower, whoever, just go off on Andy. The very next day. She just going in on it.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, we said we wasn't gonna do this. You feel me? But then what I did is, instead of be like, all right, Suave, like you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Instead of doing that, I just fall back. I just stopped getting on streams. I just stopped doing streams.
Yeah.
I just only show up for my debates.
Yeah. So you played an important role in allowing Suave
I
to
let that shit go down.
Suave, for him, he felt like a lot of people was against him. So he's using Taz as kind of a battle axe to aggravate other, you know what I'm saying? So I think, yeah, man, that whole Taz thing was a crazy time period. And that
because what happened was, and this is the funny part about it. Two motherfucking brand new audiences showed up at the same time, and they did not get along. First, you had the anti-Sinetta conscious community. So all the pro-black niggas that don't fuck with anything Sinetta be doing. Them was the niggas going in on Polite, because that's when the Polite shit happened, right? Suave went down to Miami, all of that shit. That got
which had nothing to do with debate, by the way.
Nothing to do with debate. That brought a bunch of new motherfuckers to the argument league, right? And then kind of over to the debates, right? At the same time, Taz's audience then got comfortable over here from Taz being a part of season 3. So you got them getting settled, and then this new super pro-black audience show up at the same time. It was just, and it was all out fucking war. It was all out fucking war. And the funny thing about it, I'm talking about, you got Hebrews and Kemetic niggas like, nah, on the same side. Old Testament, New Testament, no matter. Nigga, if you were part of this black shit on YouTube, like, nah, this divestiture shit is bullshit. Then you got a whole army of fuck you niggas.
Yeah, that was a cancer, bro. I just got to be real. That was
it. It didn't have to be though. What it was like, this is where you say, this is where we take responsibility. We didn't teach people how to be over here. We let people come over to SVDL and act how the fuck they wanted to act. Like, Sinetta don't let niggas, all that one mic.
And not you don't. And then on top of that, like, the people that are not even debaters. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, when they came over, like, and I don't even want to take no shots, but there was certain people, they wasn't debaters, they was just like cool with Suave, but they're on the channel like just getting off their personal rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? Like the Cascade girl, whatever. But I ain't even trying to get personal. But you
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It was just.
Let's get back to the
But yeah,
topic.
it's all relevant to what was going on. It was just like those
Nah,
Yeah,
people were not
yeah, I
even.
mean, yeah, we not listen. Because to be clear, we not like right now. This is literally just what happened. Like I
Right,
know,
right.
like Lex has a, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I was with the, I was with the, I'm pro women. I'm with the black women. You feel me?
There were people who
Let
were
let
not
the,
debaters that was
right.
causing most of the the contention, like that was beyond debate, like especially with the whole black woman,
But
black,
look,
they wasn't even debaters.
and that's on both sides though. Whether it
right.
was whether it was women that came from Taz audience or whether it was motherfuckers that literally people just came over here just to get it Taz. Niggas I had never seen before just hitting the panel like, yeah, that bitch ass nigga Taz over here. Nigga, get the fuck out. What are you doing? This ain't that, bro. Like,
But
the fuck
but
out of here.
look, I want to go back
But hold on,
to
let me just make this point, and you got it. But the fact of the matter is that was on us to not to by allowing them to do that shit. Like we gotta show motherfuckers that we value debates over everything else. But if we not showing that, the people that come over here are not gonna give a fuck about that because they not fans of the debate shit. They came over here for other shit. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where I've said this repeatedly. I said it on the stream where I was talking about Melvin and Yara. That's where I fucked up. Got like was cool with a nigga, so I gave a nigga a pass on some shit repeatedly, and that in the passes that I was giving that nigga is what led to some of the deterioration, or not even some of it, like a large part of the deterioration of the shit. Instead of pushing back, so yeah, I'll take that.
What's
Go
up?
ahead,
yeah,
Melvin.
um, yeah. But back to like I know it's all connected, but back to the main topic is like 3 hours now. Um, so yeah, it's been cleared up now.
So
With
y'all good?
everything.
Y'all good?
Well, yeah. Well, I just want to say I understood. I think you came, Lex, to kind of add a little bit more clarity to both sides. But when he laid everything out early on in the show, I was fine with everything he said. It's just I wanted to address everything, but a lot of the stuff I did want to address, you pretty much spoke on some of it, and the rest is the rest, and it'll be what it be. I do want to say though, I do apologize for taking shots at you and your son, Domo.
Nah, I'm still killing both them niggas, man. You know what I mean?
Nah,
Nah, I'm
it's
just
yeah, nah, it's
Crazy.
nah, that's
it's
good stuff, man. Y'all good, man. Like,
yeah, nah, it's all good. Like I said, bro, this shit wasn't even about Melvin. The stream wasn't even about Melvin. It was about Yara. So
right.
if anybody got any problem, if anybody should be doing streams on me, it's that nigga. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I said, um, everybody that left the league, I may have some criticism of the negative aspect, but I never ignore the positive shit that everybody brought to this shit. We wouldn't even when niggas talk about having 4 seasons. You know what I'm saying everybody contributed to a certain point. And I look at this, what this league could be. It's bigger than, what I'm saying, like I said, my own personal success or my own personal beefs. You feel me? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's
I remember when we left, and you was like, you know what, the problem has officially left. I'm like, damn.
bro, I
Yeah,
was
that's
talking about
just
Yara, nigga. Like y'all niggas be, yeah, bro. I'm telling you, I had my criticism of you, Melvin. It was Yara was the problem, cause that nigga had a great gift of rallying motherfuckers for bullshit.
But I mean, well, I
So when I
mean,
say that the
you would
problem
have
is
to.
officially gone, yes, motherfuckers
Okay,
that's like niggas getting caught up with this nigga, his paternalistic attitude and his paternalistic relationship with debaters. Yes, that shit is gone.
okay,
Niggas
yeah,
no
that,
longer got to deal
yeah.
with
As
that.
far as that, that's not something that like my experience with Yaro is just him being a judge and him being the head judge. And as far as those two specific things, I had no problem with them there. A lot of the stuff that we were trying to get through to help, help us be better, help the league be better. A lot of that stuff, he was cool with and helped set a lot of that stuff up. So,
But listen, Melvin, Yara had Yehukanan
huh?
secretly contact fucking what's that nigga Lance before our debate to give him advice and pointers.
Yeah,
When
I
Lance
can't sleep
brought
on that.
that out, hold on, because this is where I take responsibility too. Listen, when Lance brought that out, Yara admitted to it. He agreed. Yes, he did. That did happen. That nigga Yehukanan even tried to deny it after Yara already said it took place. And he still wouldn't say, even with Yara admitting it, he still wouldn't say that he was involved. Nigga, Yara said he was involved, nigga. And you not denying it. I still agree with Solomon had brought up like how I felt about that. He asked me, and because he was thinking about making Yara head judge. He asked me. I still said that nigga should be head judge.
Hmm.
I still said yes. I have no issue with Yara after that. It is what it is. I want to debate.
Yeah.
I still said, yeah, it's okay. I ain't
Well,
tripping.
you
But
shouldn't
but
say
but that's
yeah.
why I say this. Because I thought niggas would learn. I thought niggas would be like, all right, this is how we could be better. But then niggas turned around and looked at us like, well, it's you debaters that are the problem. Nigga, what?
Yeah. Structure
You know how
over
many
people.
nigga, I'm talking about all the streams that people are doing and say the debates are rigged. I literally have a situation where a head judge is trying to help out my competitor. And I'm still like, oop, keep this shit on the low. Like, I'm not gonna do no streams and no
But
shit on this.
like as a
We,
as a judge, we kind of like that's expected.
what you
Like
mean?
people say that about like professional, any type of professional sport. They always say that somewhat the score is rigged or the fight is rigged or like people always say
I
that
know to a
because
degree, yeah. To a
yeah,
degree, no, yeah, yeah, for sure. But
Yeah,
I'm
until
just
a
saying,
real scandal comes out and then the question is not even there anymore. It's like, yeah,
right.
the
man,
referee got caught taking bets. Now, that ain't no conspiracy no more, bro. That's
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what I'm saying. But that's why, and so that's why it's like, yeah, nigga, like I said your name, but when the smoke that y'all get from me is the is like the way y'all all attached yourselves to his paternalistic approach, and like Yara is Yara, like him being paternalistic, that's his personality. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but having that approach with a bunch of grown ass people, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like that's
he so yeah, you probably don't understand why, but a lot of the meetings that I spoke on that we were having, a lot of us were being jumped on for being at fault with it when it wasn't even us, and he stepped in and defended us like he's
not.
supposed to.
That's my point though. He defended y'all, right?
Right.
I get that,
for
but
political.
that's what made it. But that's what made it cliquish.
I hear you. I hear
Cause
you.
like we all supposed to be in this shit together. We don't have a league without judges, and you don't have a league without debaters. There's a symbiotic relationship. So I get Kansu when he's like, well, like this shit is nigga, this shit is recreational. What the fuck we gonna be cheating niggas for? But it's
Right.
not
Like
personal.
there's no incentive for a judge. I mean,
Right. But the issue is it's slight incentives, right? Like it's
what
an incentive to maintain.
what is incentive? Name
You
one.
said what?
What slight incentive? Name one.
I can name one. Do you know what it is though? Like it goes back to structure because you know how like um when sometime before shows people put up a disclaimer, like even Sarnetta started doing that. The views and opinions of such and such. So this is for entertainment purposes. It
Right.
has not ever been laid down as part. There's no company mission that says clearly Solar Vision Debate League is not in support of any faith, belief, mission of any individuals. And this is not about truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is
Yeah, yeah,
debate.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that needs to be, that's what I mean about structure.
That actually would be, yo, before the debates, niggas need to have that disclaimer. I'm
That's
taking,
what I'm talking
taking,
about. There needs to
yeah.
be a disclaimer. This is not about your personal truth. This is not about whether the Bible is real, the Quran is real, evolution is real. This is
But
about debate. That needs to be a disclaimer. And that's what I'm saying about structure. But that's part of the learning, thing. You know what I'm saying? When you go in certain places in the business, they tell you, come in here at your own risk. We are not such and such. We don't care about, if you fall and trip, you got on the treadmill at your own risk. You see what I'm saying? So that disclaimer needs to go up every time there's a debate. For the viewers, here to let you know, Solar Vision Debate League is not in support of any personal truths, faiths, beliefs, or whatever. Debate, and then it sounds childish, but that's how you got to deal with the world. You see what I'm saying? Like, so do not
yeah,
bring if a like it's about the debate is the art and the skill. People need to know that. It's as foolish as it sounds. You can be wrong. That needs to be in this claim. You can have the truth and still lose a debate.
facts. Yeah,
So, but
yeah.
people, that's not something that was put into the consciousness of the debaters or viewers. So when, certain people debate and they lose, they feel, well, how can I lose when I told the truth? And then that
Yeah,
causes
yeah. But
problems.
we I remember when I first started judging, I was saying that, and people were like quitting because, well, if I tell the truth and I still lose, what's the point?
Yeah,
So yeah,
Aqualock and Battle Axe don't believe they can lose a debate. It's always going to be rigged. They're telling the truth from the Bible. But they got to know, bro, that is not what we're about. We're not about the truth. As crazy as that
Right.
may sound to some people, like, bro,
And that's why I wouldn't say that the debates was rigged or even that judges are rigging them. But I do believe that people are that sometimes we could be beholden to a certain way of thinking. You know what I mean? And so it's easier to it's easier to understand and to sympathize with a certain position, which end up leaning having judges lean one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? More so than the other one. You feel me? So it's like that's where it's not that it's rigged or it's not that they're cheating, but is it particular? I guess I'll go as far as to say there have been biased decisions. I won't necessarily say none have been rigged, but I do believe that there have been some biased decisions
you
on
can
on
never
the
have a
how,
debate.
how,
Bible
how,
believer
how,
judging. This is what I mean by management. I hate to keep harping on this, and people made it. You can't have a Bible believer judge a Bible debate, in my opinion. If you're
how,
gonna have a Bible debate, have three atheists debate judging.
yeah. So aside from that particular aspect, Domo, how could you detect bias, implicit bias?
But yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna say peace, y'all. I hope y'all good. I look forward to y'all in season 5. Hey, it sounds
Yeah,
corny. Love and forgive each other. Do something great. Let's move forward. Y'all can all got an opportunity to do something great, man. Peace and love.
All right,
yeah, appreciate
all right,
it.
Alex,
Uh,
appreciate it.
yeah, appreciate the positivity, nigga. Uh, but the way that what would make me conclude a position of bias, it had to do with I listened to the reason for decisions. You know what I'm saying? Because I approach debate even when I was a debater. The best advice that I got was to approach debate like a judge. Don't look at it like even when you're preparing, don't prepare like a competitor. Prepare like a judge. How the eye for of a judge. What is a judge looking for? And the one thing that always stood out was that even like when you listen for a reason for decision, what language are they using? Like what specific things are they pointing out that stood
Mm-hmm.
out to them in terms of what the argument that was made? And so a lot of very few of the decisions in the league actually had to do with the way the arguments clashed. Like like for example, how I mean I guess you're not dumb. You know what I mean when I say the way that the arguments clash, how
Yeah,
how
yeah,
they interacted. You know what I
right.
mean? in most cases, the arguments were judged based on the ability to present them, and not just like what I mean by performance, but putting together a coherent argument that makes a
Mm-hmm.
convincing case. You know what I'm saying? And so, but the way that that's judged is independently though. Like niggas be like, okay, this premise and this premise, right? Not necessarily how they interact, but did this premise make his case? Did this premise make his case? Did this rebuttal make his case? Did this rebuttal make his case? Right? Like, cause I think, like for example, not nobody was ever penalized for never mentioning my arguments 1, 2, 3. That was never a burden placed on any of the other debaters,
No,
which meant that they were being evaluated based on the ability for them to present their argument, not necessarily how it interacts.
but
And so
that's
when those things are done independently, then the question is, which argument am I more sympathetic to, right? And the decisions that were situated with Damo made this argument and I understand this that, but then this person made this argument and this part of their argument and this part of their argument, then it's like, okay, that's inherent bias. That's not necessarily that it doesn't mean that they're purposely being biased against me, but like for example, my debate against Lance, we had Nyame as a judge, and Nyame didn't like the fact that I called into question the elders who did research and called ancient people black. That was never an argument that was made in the debate. Lance never said that. Well, I think he may have hinted at it. Like he may have like kind of said even our ancestors, even our black scholars, like he may have said something like that, right? But it was never a Damo is disrespecting the leader. Like Damo is disrespecting the leaders. It means this for this debate. There was never a full breakdown, right? And Yame took that and was just like, just because I feel like you doing that, I get to debate the Lance. That's inherent bias. He's not
yeah,
saying that he's
that's not enough
specifically
grounds.
against me. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah, that's
But
not enough
again,
grounds for judgment. He would need to. Well, that's the point. Like he could make up in the overall judgment. He still need to critique the overall argument and then how the argument was produced and performed.
right. Or to be honest, judges that rely too much on the rapid fire. Judges that rely too much on the rapid fire, again, it's rapid fire is mostly like specifically in the SVDL, it's about optics. What do you look like? Who
Not
looks like they're making better points,
not
right?
really. Well, well,
Bro,
well. I can speak for me. I can't really speak for anybody else. For me,
listen, like that's what I'm saying. Just like I mean, really, because like for example, and I hate to keep bringing this nigga name up, but Yara would do that often. He would look for minuscule points in the rapid fire where somebody could have made a point and was just like, well, you capitulated to, or he didn't even say capitulated. He would say, um, what was it? What's the word that he would always use? It was something like that. It was something like capitulated, but he would be like, you gave in to their point right here. And it'd be something
uh,
small and insignificant. But he'd say, that's why he decided to debate. That's bias. Because there's
was it
no,
like you agree with your opponent's premise, something
you
like
said
that?
what?
Was it like you agree to your opponent's premise, like their entire position?
Yeah, that's yes. That he would say that too. It was something else that he would
But I
say,
mean,
where he would say it, but he would say that too. He would
was
say
his
that.
reasoning for pointing out where you agreed and that
But you
being
you can
against your
agree
own
with it. You
premise?
can agree with certain points. Like you can agree with a certain part of their position, but
Yeah.
still, like for example, I can like in my debate with Scheme, I can agree that we need to I can agree to the impact of structural violence.
Hmm.
I can like okay, yeah, this is the impact of it. I agree. But my argument is black on black violence, that impact is what makes structural violence possible.
Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, that
But he
wouldn't
would
take
say
away
because I
that.
agree with the
Nah.
impact, bro. Yeah, I'm telling
Yeah.
you. Like I
No, I
listened
mean,
to
I agree with
conversation.
you. No, I'm not
Oh yeah,
saying
yeah.
no. I'm not saying no that he's not doing that. I'm saying, nah, he can't do that because, yeah, the only way he could say you gave up the debate is if you were to agree completely with his position by saying, you know what, you're right. Black on black violence does not do that. That would completely disagree with your own argument. And so, if
Right.
you ever in a situation where you are disagreeing with your own argument, then yes, debate's over because you pretty much committed, intellectual suicide. You pretty much
Right,
disagree with
right.
yourself.
But
So,
but
yeah,
specifically when we talking about shit like the what happens to black people, it's a lot of shit we gonna agree about when it come to that. But what's the question at hand? So like I said, I can agree that structural violence has this impact,
right,
but my overall argument is X, right?
right,
Which you know what I'm saying? But he would say, well, because you agree with this part of their premise, then yeah, you lost.
yeah, no,
That's
you don't.
bias.
Yeah,
You
okay,
know what I'm
got
saying?
you, got you.
And that's just how I looked at it. And I came to understand how debates was being judged. But like I said, I would just sit and listen to y'all explain y'all shits over and over and over. Like I would watch the debate and I listen to y'all explain. I would watch the debate and I would listen to y'all explain. You know what I mean? And that's where it was like, okay, because that's the only way I understand how y'all think.
Right, right, right,
You know what I mean? It's
right.
about it's about listening to that shit. And that's why I felt a certain way about the Taz decision with you, because it was like, my nigga, like on one hand, like ad homs is bad. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, all right, I give you a pass in this instance. And I get you explained it and everything, but to me, it's like, nah, like you explaining it, you can make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's still like it's a double standard. You feel me? And that's
It,
why
it,
even
it is a double standard. Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that's why I felt like, but I get where it's like, okay, Damo, you got to show, man. It's like I get that, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean? And that's why when even when I'm talking about like when I had an issue with y'all leaving. You feel me? Even though I knew, I kind of understood the circumstances. I had an issue with niggas kind of just giving into what was going on
but
instead of
you
like working through
never
that shit.
see had you voiced things like that from the jump, that would have been like a different conversation we could have had.
Well,
Because
yeah, I guess
it
that. I mean,
was
that's
it
true too.
was yeah it was something that could have been fixed because even after leaving, myself and we and Solar talked, had a decent conversation afterwards. So like things and it was miscommunication, but um yeah, had that been the conversation, we'd be having a different conversation. Um, I do want to address one thing. What you were saying about the rapid fire. For me, the rapid fire is like the one round. I mean, you kind of get a glimpse of it in a rebuttal, but the rapid fire is the one round where you get to actually show whether or not your opponent is either studying surface level on the subject matter or if they have some depth to it. You get to show, their logic, and you get to show whether it's flawed, frayed, or, you know, in some cases show that they know what they're talking about. So it's like intellectual warfare. So when I'm looking at the rapid fire, I'm looking for questions to look for an opening. It's almost like a boxer with the jab. And a lot of times in these debates, it's just all jab. This is all setup punch. But there's nothing there. There's nothing to separate them. And I'm looking for a degree of separation. I'm looking for you to show, why your opponent doesn't know as much about the subject matter than you do, or why you may know more about even their own argument than they do. And a lot of times that's not even done. A lot of the questions don't necessarily relate to, exposing logic. A lot of times they're just to get an answer, but they don't necessarily help your cause when it comes to that particular round for a lot of debaters. And so for me, that's a critical round because you know if you do good in the premise round, you do good in your rebuttal, and your opening, your closing, you should be able to have that before the debate even you know starts. But so the only round you really can really show your best and your aptitude and your skill as a debater is that rapid fire round. I'm looking for debaters to show up and show why that their logic is best on the subject matter, and that's not done. That's not done. In the debate between you and Taz, although the Anaheim was a thing, like it's the selling point for me for choosing Taz in that debate is the rapid fire round and how you acted in that rapid fire round, how you responded, and the ways you responded. It matters because it's like there was a certain point in that debate where either you didn't want to answer or you acted like you didn't want to answer instead of actually uh, challenging or responding to the question. And for me, like that was either a he got you moment or some nervousness or you just no longer wanted to engage.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, my my personal shit. You feel like even when Lex was talking about parody,
Yeah,
yeah, I was mad that I lost, but the reason why I wouldn't quit is because I didn't like feeling like I was expected to win anyway, and the fact that I would lose debates did show other motherfuckers that they had the opportunity. That it wasn't just it didn't need to just look a certain way. You know what I mean? If I'm being honest, what I felt like the worst part of dealing with the league for me is dealing with motherfuckers who don't look at it as something, you know what I'm saying, that's worth building, that's worth contributing to. You feel me? Like I didn't have to put up with a lot of bullshit. I mean, I don't really need to. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to deal with niggas questioning, my background and where I come from and whether or not I actually went to college and you know what I'm saying? Or like, oh, you did that shit with white. I don't have to deal with that shit. You know what I mean? And so it's like when I see like smaller shit piss people off to the point where they quit, it's like it's frustrating because it's like, my nigga, I actually lose debates over here. When that don't make no goddamn sense at all. Like this is literally like when I mean, and this is just because the respect that I put into the craft. Le, I'm like LeBron. How niggas is hyped that LeBron James is in the Drew League. That's me. I'm LeBron at the Drew in SVDL. I'm LeBron at the crossover in SVDL. You know what I'm saying? Like I've worked. I've really invested my life into this being a thing. You feel me? While I'm, but every other niggas is just like, I just do this for fun. I shed tears over this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I done fought over this shit, nigga. I didn't put my life in jeopardy over this shit. Yes, debate. I'm talking about like, I mean, y'all gotta know like the type of places like the type of campuses we be on. Don't be what niggas think it is. Like y'all ain't niggas been to Indiana, Bloomington, Indiana. Yeah, the birth of the KKK. Yeah, like we got stories, niggas got war stories because like from debate. And so when niggas is like, oh well, you got to deal with this over here, you got to deal with that over there. It's like, bro, I don't even need to be here. Niggas is this nigga Lance did a whole like went on a whole tirade like niggas don't even like you, Domo. That's fine, bro. Niggas be talking like niggas when I lost the Taz, I had to sit and watch niggas slap hands and high fives and all this other shit. Like, yeah, we finally got them. And these were supposed to be my niggas. We was all supposed to be cool. But when I get off the stream, it's we finally got them. I'm still fucking with you niggas. But then one thing go wrong. Something happened the way a nigga don't like. It's like, yeah, man, fuck this league. I ain't really like, come on, bro.
yeah. Um, yeah. The reason why I joined is because I was watching season 2. Um, and then I saw the playoffs come, and I was like, yeah, I like the vision that they had, and that's and yeah, so that's why I wanted to join. Um, I know earlier we were talking about, I think Lex was talking about like qualifications and things like that for judges. That's actually something I asked Solomon about when I first joined. I asked him what were the qualifications and do I qualify, and he's like, yeah, you good, you qualify. And I'm like, if that something that like hopefully gets fixed moving forward, but like that's something that really needs to be like there's got to be some type of scrutiny or something. Me honestly, I still think I judge fairly in every debate, and I know sometimes people don't like it, but it is what it is. I'll probably never judge again.
I mean, look, like I said, I got a niggas have been over here for 3 hours, so
Yeah,
I
man, it's 3.5,
gotta
man.
get back to it. But I mean, I say this, bro. I appreciate what you did contribute. It's fucked up that the shit had to turn out the way that it did. I don't have no ill will towards none of y'all personally. I mean, I wish everybody the best in life. I mean, I don't got the reason why I came on here is because I don't even really like having random static with niggas. So if shit could get cleared up, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm glad it did.
Yeah,
Cooler
same.
heads prevailed. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying? That's a plus.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I'm a. What happened with the league happened with the league. You know what I mean? You got your justifications. I feel the way that I feel. Yeah, I mean, it is, but it is what it is. Everybody moving on. Everybody doing bigger shit. Yeah, I mean, niggas is like Suave started the debate league. Nothing but I'm saying. The hope the best for that. Yeah, I mean, and the rest of that other shit, man. Like I said, I ain't never anybody else doing their own thing that left the league. I ain't I only because I only watch you motherfuckers. I ain't went out and like, ooh, who else can I watch on Black YouTube? No. I just watch. I only watch motherfuckers that's been involved with this league outside of Sinetta. You know
Man,
what I'm saying? So
Black YouTube toxic, bro. Toxic.
I don't know nothing about it. I only know you niggas. I only know
Yeah,
you
we
niggas.
can be toxic. I'm trying to tell you that.
You know what I'm saying?
Like even
So
tonight, it was toxic.
a little bit, but calmer heads prevailed. You feel me? It's still oddly enough, it was Lex Vortex that brought peace to the situation. So
Exactly,
you
exactly.
know what I mean? So anything could happen. So I'm glad it turned out like that. I appreciate it, Blue. This time it turned out a little better than the last.
Did
Yeah, I mean,
you say anything to happy?
you said you said what?
Yeah.
You say anything can happen?
Nah, I said I'm glad it didn't. I'm glad it didn't turn and happen like the last time on that nigga. When what's the name had me on this
Oh
shit, it
yeah,
just ended up kicking me off.
right.
Yeah, yeah. I look, Blue. I guess niggas know like shit. Like, hey, let me holler at this nigga Blue. He can hit me. He can give me a Domo shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to make you my manager, nigga.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what the. I just set you up for like two different smoke sessions.
Nigga, for real. Really three. The one I told you about.
Hey man, just tell
Mm,
niggas speak the blue,
I'm
y'all.
Don King on this mug, man.
And then this motherfucker. So yeah, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? It's all
Mm.
good, but all love, man. Free spirit. Free spirit. Yeah, I mean, we
Sad.
we smoke spirit. We good. We good. Glad niggas could give y'all niggas a show. I know niggas was missing it. I know niggas was missing it. Nah, somebody else probably live. So I know they didn't probably live. So or Judah and them
Nah.
probably live. So it ain't never no shortage on the bullshit. But yeah, man, glad we was able to clear this up, bro. Glad we was able to
Yeah,
clear
me
this
too,
up.
man. Yeah, and again, I'm sorry. When I said, about your son and all that stuff I said about you is definitely beneath me. But I'm glad we got the
No,
clarity
yeah,
on
no.
that.
Look, I
That part.
apologize for the fuck shit I was saying. So I could be an
Yeah,
asshole. I think niggas know that.
yeah,
I strive to try to be.
Definitely. I'm glad y'all was able to settle that.
You know
mhm.
how it is, bro. Niggas sometimes niggas got a box before niggas really be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we just had to.
Same.
Yeah.
Hey, and then
You know it.
appreciate everybody pulling up, distracting everybody from the book.
Yeah,
Fact.
Niggas didn't know what to say after that. It was like, damn. Well, yeah, fuck you, Melvin. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to get back that with me. So
right.
Lex popped up and played peace. So yeah,
Yeah,
Definitely,
yeah.
definitely.
Lex came in with the Dalai Lama background music and just came in and
I
got peace
appreciate
over.
But yeah, man, let me go. My son down here yelling. So
Yeah, yeah. I
I've
gotta
been
go, man. It's
fucking with y'all.
way too
Even
long. It's
though nigga,
almost
nah, I'm
4
not gonna get
hours.
whooped. That nigga straight up said, "Is it that even a whole ass nigga?" That's it. That nigga straight up
Yeah,
said.
like I
Look,
swear I did not expect that. Yeah.
yeah, nah, I did though because I got a clip on my TikTok where I was trying to do a podcast with the nigga, and all he did was talk shit to me for 10 minutes,
No
and then
way.
fired me at the end of that motherfucker. I was like, "You firing, daddy?" That nigga said, "Yeah." I'm like,
Hey,
God damn.
there's no doubt that's your key right there. You talking shit
Yeah, that's
already?
my boy. That's my boy. But he got to get a whooping for that shit. So, y'all be easy, man. Blue, let me know when
Uh,
you get it again, bro.
I Blue. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, Domo.
Definitely. Definitely. So y'all already know it. Appreciate everybody that came out today. And yeah, it's been another great one. Um, I'm glad they was able to solve that, get over that, and and move forward. Shout out to the grand architects being able to bring that together. Appreciate Emily getting off. Um, that was definitely uh, dope. Yes, okay. All right, y'all. So y'all already know how we gonna end this thing. Or maybe not, but y'all already know, man. Special praise to Stimulant, most beautiful goddess, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, whose image is the most beautiful Whoopi Goldberg. Travel to the dark side. Shout out to all my Bible builders. And remember, if you are listening to this together, we are balanced. Let's build.
Just know that everything behind me soon to pass away. Ballin' on our own island, no castaway. I was trying to learn the craft, I can't masquerade. Every time we make magic, yeah, gotta have the cake. They say the flowers in May scream from the showers in April. Burning sage by the pound, all over crystals is labeled. Try to line your re with meditation, you able. And you might get a read, tarot cards on the table. And she better have an altar in her living room. Really ever lighting candles cause she in the mood. Not to mention love spells she was sending through. Tip a tissue too old soon if you feeling blue. It feels strange to find a guide on a voyage. No, you ain't the same, I can feel it in your aura. Came on point like the horns of a Taurus. Say you won't change, better take that thing to oil. Have to thank the constellations for the day they made you. Shit, ever since a minor, I've been playing major. Call me Private Ryan, I was trying to save you. See the stars is all the line and they designing greatness. So I be racing when we only chasing soul ties. You finna be the centerpiece of my soul tribe. No twin flame soulmates from an old life. So I'm thinking Maurice and you know why.
That girl bad, that girl mine. You don't wanna feel a black girl, man. You don't wanna make a black girl mine. But they always want with the black girl. I ain't talking about no rabbit in a hat trick. I say how it happened, this black girl. I ain't talking about no rabbit in a hat trick. I say how it happened, this black girl. And she gotta have a altar in the living room. Really never like candles cause she ain't a moon. Not to mention love spell, she was sending through. Jump petition to her soon if you feeling blue.
They say the flowers in May scream from the showers in April. Burning sage by the pound, all over crystals is labeled. Try to line your re with meditation, you able. And you might get a read, tarot cards on the table.
That girl bad, that girl mine. You don't wanna feel a black girl, man. You don't wanna make a black girl mine. But they always want with the black girl. I ain't talking about no rabbit in a hat trick. I say how it happened, this black girl. I ain't talking about no rabbit in a hat trick. I say how it happened.